Live from Swain County Memorial Stadium and Boyce Dietz Field here at Swain County High School on a beautiful Friday night. This is Maroon Devil football on the Maroon Devils Network. Hi, everybody. Gary Ayers along with Rod White back in the saddle again. Look fantastic. I know it's going to be a short season. We only have, I think, tonight and then two more home games in this 2021 season, if you will, before we hopefully play football on a regular schedule this fall. But it does look fantastic after being on the road the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. I hadn't made many trips up here. Of course, this is Bermuda grass, and it lays dormant. And it, for some reason, it has really come out early, and it is absolutely gorgeous. And I guess I don't know who's doing the mowing, but when this stuff starts looking like this, you got to mow it at least once every day or every 2 days at the most. And so it's gorgeous. It really is.
Well, I know Toby Burrell is working on his own field, getting ready for softball coming up next week. So his is not quite ready to mow, I don't think yet, but it's getting there. So yeah, mowing season is upon us, folks. Maybe not at your home lawn, but when you talk about playing fields, this grass is in really good shape right now.
Yeah, it really is, and it's absolutely beautiful. I am very pleasantly surprised being a coach here and taking care of this all this for so many years, to see it look like this and see this being. It's always good to see something taken care of that you were a part of, and my hat's off to Coach Blankenship and Coach Stevenson and all the folks that pitch in, and I don't know who all does it now, who. Easy because you can't see it like you can see it now, and from up here. But most of the time you end up putting stuff on there backwards or upside down, and I mean it's so easy to do unless you have some kind of stencil or diagram. And we're going to have a sideline shot, some sideline shots tonight. Kent Maxey is down on the field with the camera, and Joe Holt's up on top, and he's doing the shooting from the top, and so. This is going to be a great added attraction. You get some more action, folks.
Hey, no doubt about it. You're going to get to see the instant replay. Emma Dingle is up there helping Joe, and they're doing a good job as always. And you're right, Kent Maxey, I believe, is going to be down near the end zone. Matter of fact, he's down there now. We see him in the corner of the end zone down there. So when we are, for example, moving left to right down the field, he can look. And so, Coach, you're going to be able to see the offense here on the screen as they move towards him on the camera, as our fans will also.
It's a great Joe and Coach Burrell and Ken have all done a magnificent job of setting this whole thing up and working it. they can't be here. You know, we'd rather them be here, come and see them live, but if they can't, this is the only other way to do it. And I hear from a lot of folks from around different places who tune into the Maroon Devil Network who are not Maroon Devil fans, but they watch it, and especially if we're playing against their teams. And so that's what kind of what happens. And speaking of that, not to carry on, but ran into Coach Jim Fox right on my way up, him and his lovely wife, and she said she still liked me after all those years. She said the only time she really hated me was the week we played Rosman. That's the only time she really ever hated me. So
she's a nice person.
Yeah, and she referenced to that folks in Rosman, a lot of them, that the crowd may be a little sparse for them tonight. A lot of them were going to stay home and try to get it on the Maroon Devil Network.
Oh, no doubt. I know I heard it from a lot of friends over in Andrews after last Friday's game that watched the Maroon Devil Network, because obviously with limited ticket sales, a lot of people can't go that would like to go because the numbers are controlled. And but a lot of people watched the game. You and Jeff doing the game last week from Andrews High School, and they were Andrews fans, but they were watching.
Yes, and to the mere fact that many folks, the numbers that you read out about the folks that's watching, I tell you what, I had no idea it would have been this big at this time. But technology's come so far, and people have so much more access to it. Hey, why not? It's time. You know, there's no use in fighting it anymore. That's what's here. You know, and it's great to see kids on a broadcast like this.
It really is. You know, last week we had Andrews. Tonight, as you mentioned, the Rosman Tigers coming in, coach. And now with the new realignment coming up for next fall in the 2021 school year, this might be, well, it will be, as far as a conference game is concerned, this will be our last conference game against the Rosman Tigers in football, as they're going to be moving into a new conference and leaving the Smoky Mountain Conference. So this is it's kind of sad to see these rivalries kind of go by the wayside.
I'm going to be dead honest with you, and I've never said this out loud. When Rosman, Polk County, and Hendersonville came into this conference at one time, I don't know if folks can remember back that far.
Yep.
The two teams I was hoping would leave this conference left. I'll be honest with you. It was just that they could not fit into what the Smoky Mountain Conference was all about. I never felt they could. And now I never said that out loud. I never said it out loud. Yeah. But a lot of coaches, other coaches, head coaches at the time when they were here had the same things to say. And but the one team that we were hoping would stay when folks started bailing out would be Rosman, and they did. And if you folks, if you know where Rosman is, their conference away games, they're traveling for a while just to get to Cherokee, which is probably their closest.
Oh, no doubt. And now they're going to be in what they call Conference 42 next fall, which is going to be a 1A, 2A conference. They're going to be in there with Avery, Drawn, Mitchell, Mountain Heritage. Well, those are two tough teams.
Yeah, buddy.
Madison is 2A. Owen is 2A, and they're with Rosman. So that's going to be a tough 1A, 2A league.
It will be. That will be one of the toughest around. And for Rosman to they'll have to bring their level up to those folks. That's one good thing about a 1A, 2A conference is the ability for the 1A schools in order to compete in that conference, although it has nothing to do with their playoff matchups, is to play up to the level of those bigger schools. And in most conferences, if you'll notice, in the 1A, 2A especially, there's not much difference in those teams. The 1A teams and the 2A teams, they're very competitive with each other, and the 1A teams went out a whole lot.
And no doubt. Now, of course, the Maroon Devils here at Swain County High School, we're going to stay. They call it Conference 43, but, you know, they can take those numbers and plug them in a hard drive or something. We are the Smoky Mountain Conference, and that's what I'm going to always call us. The Smoky Mountain Conference basically remains the same except for Rosman. And, of course, we got the early college, Blue Ridge Early College, they call it now.
Yeah.
And the one over at Peachtree coming in to play some of the sports. But our football conference, with the exception of Rosman, is going to stay basically the same.
Yeah, and the thing about it is with those additional teams coming in, that's going to bring some new blood, and I hope they fit into it. Speaking of Coach Fox, that's one of the comments he made over there just a few minutes ago. He expressed, and I can't give you the exact words, how he felt about the North Carolina. We can say this now. He and I are out at the North Carolina High School Athletic Association for coming up with this silly numbering thing?
Yeah.
Why not use? I can't understand why you can't use names. It's just.
Well, you should.
Yeah.
Because every conference has their own geographic identity.
Right.
Don't take that away.
Yeah, and if you do, they're just a number, like everything else in our lives nowadays. It becomes a number. No, we're going to be the Smoky Mountain Conference, and the folks that are coming in, they'll have to get used to that because it's going to be called that.
Absolutely. And I think the conference that Rosman is going to move to, they call it the Western Highlands 1A, 2A, and I think they'll still call it that. I hope they do because that gives them some of that tradition stays, some of the identity stays, and it says something about your conference because a number says absolutely nothing.
Well, if you look on all the signs and the scoreboards around teams that competed in the Smoky Mountain Conference, if they ever won a conference championship, you're going to see as Smoky Mountain Conference champions and the dates. Those signs aren't coming down.
No.
They're going to stay. I mean, they're not going to change it to Conference 43 champions because it will be different. So they will still be the Smoky Mountain Conference champions.
Oh, no doubt about it. Fans, stay tuned. We have more coming up on the pregame show. We're about 18, 19 minutes away from kickoff here. And by the way, tonight is homecoming. And I didn't know that until I got up to the press box here tonight. But I know Joe Holt and Emma and Bob Thomas, they're all aware of what's going on with homecoming. So all the festivities that involves. So stay tuned.
Well, now, Gary, I knew it last week, so I'm ahead of you.
You're ahead of the game.
I'm ahead of the game.
I'm always behind. Stay tuned. More coming up right here on the Maroon Devils Network.
The Smoky Mountain Conference, one of North Carolina's oldest and most storied athletic conferences, producing champions on and off the playing field for decades. The Smoky Mountain Conference. Tradition lives here.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Quinnett, and I am over the Parents as Teachers program here in Swain County. Let me tell you a little bit about our program. We're so fortunate to have this program here in Swain County. It is a free program for families prenatal to age 5. We provide a vast resource network on health and safety, nutrition, things like potty training and sleep routines. If you know of a family that could benefit from this program, please share our phone number with them. It's 488-3129, extension 5632. Or share this video with them.
Hi parents, I'm Tricia Chapman, the Director of Bright Adventures Pre-Kindergarten for Swain County Schools. It's time to enroll your 4-year-old for the 2021-2022 school year at Bright Adventures. Enrolling your child now is a gift you can give them for success for the rest of their school career. If you haven't already, stop by, pick up an application, fill it out, and get it turned back in to get your child on the list. Research has shown time and again that a high-quality pre-kindergarten education is the foundation to school and career success. So get your child started now. Here's some things you might not know about Bright Adventures. We are free to all 4-year-olds of Swain County. This is because our community knows that getting a strong foundational year at Bright Adventures is key to success throughout a child's school career and beyond. We have 6 classrooms with birth to kindergarten licensed teachers. All of our classrooms have a full-time assistant teacher who meets NC Pre-K requirements. Not only do we have the degrees and certificates to enable us to provide high-quality early education, but together our staff has 150 years of experience in early childhood education. We're a state licensed child care facility meeting the highest possible rating of 5 stars. We use developmentally appropriate curriculum to guide our students to meeting their fullest potential, not only academically, but across the developmental domains. Bright Adventures has after-school care until 5:30 every day, Monday through Friday through December, to provide extra support where it's needed. If you have a child who will be 4 on or before August 31st, now's the time. Stop by, pick up an application, fill it out, and turn it back in. This is how we'll get your name on a list for next school year. If you have questions, give me a call, 488-1494. I look forward to helping you and your child start their educational journey.
Fans, welcome back as we just got finished up with the national anthem and, of course, the pregame information. And we've got plenty of football going on this week in the Smoky Mountain Conference, Coach, as we're looking at some games here tonight going on in the league. We had, of course, a lot of good football last week, as the Smoky Mountain Conference always does every Friday night. And right now, looking at the schedule for tonight, Murphy's going to be playing at Hayesville tonight. Andrews at Cherokee. Irwin out of conference. They're playing at Robbinsville tonight, as Robbinsville and Murphy right now the only undefeated teams at the top of the standings.
Yeah, after last week and us going over there, we had our first win, and Andrews, they lacked one, so they got their first win off of us last week, and rightfully so. They outplayed us. They really did. They just did a better job, and had a chance to talk to Coach Phillips one time this week and congratulated him, and he was very mindful and very respectful of the fact of who he had just beaten, and that just didn't happen every day.
Well, it's been over 20 years, I know, since that happened, and again, hats off to them. They're 1-1, just as our Maroon Devils are. Cherokee right there with us as they're 1-1. Hayesville 0-1. Rosman has yet to come up with a win, and we hope that first win doesn't come up tonight.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting because this is it's going to be a battle to see who can take this take the whole thing and go with it now, because we all know that right now Robbinsville and Murphy are the highlight of the conference. Okay.
Yes.
Well, everybody likes to say things like who you playing for or whatever. We've already got a halftime score right here between Robbinsville and Irwin. Robbinsville's up 28-7 at the half. So.
No surprise.
No surprise. No surprise. No, good football team, and but this conference it moves every year. The powerhouses change. It's a dynamic that never stops, and then next year we'll see with the addition of the new teams into it what kind of dynamic comes out of that.
Oh, no doubt. And talking about Murphy, we're going to be at their place next Friday. We play at Murphy on March 19, 1 week from today. Then 2 weeks from today, we'll be back home with Robbinsville. Now, you talk about 2 tough games back-to-back. Murphy and Robbinsville, that's as tough as it comes.
Yeah, that's not the way you want it, but that's the way it is. And
right.
Since the big shakeup, not only of the conference scheduling before COVID, but now with this abbreviated season and the way they've come up with the schedule, it's somebody's going to have to do it, and it's us. It falls on us.
It really does, and it's hard to believe, Coach, that tonight is the halfway point in our conference season with Rosman here tonight. Tonight is homecoming, and you'll hear more about that as the night goes on here on the Maroon Devils Network. But again, our third game tonight, and then 3 games left in conference play. Last week, Damian had a pretty good night throwing the football, 8 of 14 for 127 yards and a touchdown against Andrews last week. Going to be interesting to see what our game plan is against a Rosman team that's kind of like we are right now, maybe down with the numbers on the roster, but a team that's always going to play scrappy.
No, they are. I mean, that they're notorious for it. That's been in their culture over there. That was one reason, like I said earlier, that I was glad they stayed in the Smoky Mountain Conference. They fit. They fit. You don't have to worry about whether or not how they're thinking. Their folks are just like the folks around here. Their community is, and so it's one of those things. They're proud of their team, and those kids play hard, and they're going to give you a handful every time you go out there.
Oh, no doubt about it. Talking about other activities going on coming up next week, it's going to be a busy week on Monday. The Lady Devils will be hosting Highlands at 6 p.m. at a big soccer game. On Tuesday, got 2 games going on. Our Lady Devils open up the softball season hosting Murphy. Talk about jumping right into the fire at 4:30 on Tuesday. We hope that's weather permitting. Also Tuesday, our Maroon Devil boys soccer team will begin playoffs, and we're not sure who we're going to be playing yet, but congratulations to those guys on a good season.
Oh, yeah. Got to read about them in the newspaper this week. Had an outstanding season. Some great players.
Oh, no doubt. Then Wednesday, the Lady Devils come back with soccer hosting Murphy at 6 p.m. Then 1 week from today, another softball contest. We're going to have 2 games. Our Lady Devils will play softball at Cherokee at 4:30. Going to be one guy's going to have to hustle, and that's Toby Burrell. Then our Maroon Devils are going to be at Murphy Friday night at 7:30. So needless to say, Coach Burrell's going to have a long day.
It will be. He'll find a way to fit it in. I know him. But good luck to you, Coach Burrell. That's something else to start off up there. That's going to be something else for you. It feels weird saying that football, I'm having a hard time. I'm actually kind of struggling with the fact that they're going to be playing softball and baseball here, and football still going on.
Oh, I know. As a matter of fact, as we mentioned, softball starting next week, girls soccer next week, golf begins next week as they've been practicing and had some really, really good weather this week to get in some good practicing. And then baseball, track and field, and wrestling will have their first practice on April 12th before they start playing April 26th. So they kind of wait until softball, girls soccer, and golf are kind of winding down, but then they kick in right behind them. So it's there's no downtime.
This is crazy. That's what this is. This is crazy. I'm sitting here looking at this, what you're looking at, and I have no idea how they're going to do this, but it's here.
But that's it. That's what we've been given by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association for better or worse. And so that's the hand we're dealt, Coach, that we're playing with.
Yeah, and just like Coach Fox said, I don't know exactly if I have any good words to say about that, but it's here. We're going to do it. We're not going to shun them.
Well, I know in talking to Coach Burrell, and we're going to talk to him more, after last year, I can tell you they are just happy to be playing this year because last year was wiped out.
But it has to be, and the states that surround us, they all played.
Yes.
Okay, and so we know that a lot of good players left the state of North Carolina. High school players transferred to these out-of-state schools, private schools and public schools, where they had folks where they could take up residence or whatever the other states' rules were concerning that, but they ended up having their fall season. And so now we're playing catch-up, but hopefully this will be the one and only time we ever have to do this.
Oh, no doubt about it. And talking about playing catch-up, we're about 5.5 minutes away from kickoff. New head coach over at Rosman High School, Dusty Robinson, his first job as head coach. He played over there back in the late 1990s, and he's been an assistant in capacities over at Rosman. But he's an old Tiger, so he knows their tradition, and I'm sure he wants to get his team ready to go.
And I just hope he's not as good a coach as he was a football player. He was something else. Now, he could own you. Now, he really was. You had to plan for him, and you had to scheme for him, and got the opportunity to meet his wife on the way in, and she was with Coach Fox and his wife, and she's of course, she's just like all these coaches' wives. She's like, now, don't y'all get too rough on our play. I said, I don't want to hear that out of Rosman people. I don't want to hear that. I've had to run out of Rosman with a knife in my hand before. I'm not. No, we're not. I don't want to hear that kind of talk.
Absolutely. Talking about their numbers, as we mentioned, our rosters have a lot in common right now. Rosman, I think, playing 17 tonight. 9 seniors, though, Coach. So they do have a good senior representation. 5 juniors, 3 sophomores. But again, as you know, we've talked about this some. It's really tough to prepare with that many players.
It is, and it's a struggle. Everybody knows it, and a lot of teams are in that situation right now because of all the sports going on, and the lack of participation in kids choosing sports that they're going to play. So that being said, the kids who want to be out there playing football, they're out there, but at the same time, you can't hardly practice if you don't have 11 players that you can scrimmage against any other 11 players. So it's very difficult.
Oh, no doubt. We're going to be without one of our best players tonight. Donovan Groenwald is not going to be able to play tonight. I understand he's in concussion protocol, and that can go on. It can be a short situation. It may be a couple of weeks. Who knows? But we're going to miss him because he's an outstanding player.
He will be sorely missed.
Yes.
Donovan's really been a dominant force on both sides of the ball and in the kicking game for us in the previous two games. And so it's going to be interesting how who's going to pull that slack up with the job he's been doing.
Oh, no doubt. Now going out is going to be our captain for tonight. Carson Taylor's going to go out. He's going to be joined by their number 32, Randy Moretz, a senior. As we mentioned, they have 9 seniors on the squad. Our Maroon Devils have 5 seniors as they meet out there on the big Maroon Devil logo. But again, outstanding weather tonight, and anytime Smoky Mountain Conference football is played, you're going to have fans in the stands. And even though we're limited, Coach, it's still a good crowd tonight.
Oh yeah, and if we get a chance for Kent to take a look from the sidelines down there up here to show folks, we've got an outstanding crowd. I've not seen a crowd at any of the first 2 games, a homestand crowd like this. Maroon Devil fans showed up tonight. They really did.
A really outstanding crowd. As now we're watching. They're watching the coin toss down on the field as the captains are getting the instructions from the officials, and it looks like the Maroon Devils will be receiving the opening kick, and Rosman will kick off to get things underway here, Coach. So we're just about ready to get things rolling here on a Friday night. All
right. Yeah, I'm glad too. It's going to be great to see football played on this stadium, on this field and in this stadium again.
No doubt. Fans, stay tuned. We'll be back with that opening kickoff in just a moment here on the Maroon Devils Network.
The Smoky Mountain Conference, one of North Carolina's oldest and most storied athletic conferences, producing champions on and off the playing field for decades. The Smoky Mountain Conference. Tradition lives here.
Fans, welcome back. Just about ready to get the opening kickoff underway. The Maroon Devils fans are on their feet, and there's some of that picture we see the Maroon Devils coming in, Coach. And that's one of the, I think, one of the best things about Friday Night Football is when our Maroon Devils are walking down that track, holding hands, getting ready to get on the field.
I think I have, from the time we began that, we went away from it for a long time, but I have a picture, I think, of every season. Each and individual team that made that walk down through there, a picture of these on my wall at home of every different team that we had.
Wow. And it's always good to see those guys coming together out there, and they continue to work and try to get better week after week after week, and I feel really good about the seniors that they're getting to play, even though it is in the spring and it may be not a perfect scenario. The seniors are getting to play before they graduate.
Yeah, and there's no backdraw to it. This is great that the mere fact that they even get to be out here.
Yeah, it really is. And they're getting ready to come onto the field here. And again, we appreciate everybody helping us out on the broadcast tonight. Emma Dingle up there with Joe Holt up on top of the press box. Kent Maxey is down on the field with his camera down there. So we're going to get different views as we see our team come running onto the field as always, doing a great job leading the way out there. One of our big linemen charging through over there, Michael Winchester, and Rosman in their typical orange and black. And, Coach, I never could enjoy orange and black because it takes me back to the Civil Webster days, and that was our arch rival then.
Yeah, it kind of makes you want to throw up. Yeah, it kind of makes you want to throw up when you see that. But that's a story for the old days right there. Yeah.
Yeah, the old Golden Eagles back in the day.
Back in the day.
They used to rule the roost, and hopefully our Maroon Devils will rule the roost here tonight. We're going to be in solid maroon with white numbers against Rosman in black pants, white jerseys, black helmets, and orange socks. But again, yeah, that's and playing at Cullowhee High School, how that orange and black worked up there in Jackson County.
Yeah, there was times that we all learned to hate it, and everybody did. It's just the way it was when Coach Howell was up there, and boy, he had some great teams come through there, and Coach Dietz was an assistant coach up there for him. It was tough.
They had some outstanding teams, no question about it. This one is going to be kind of a line drive kick on the ground, finally picked up at the 23-yard line, trying to bring it back, but running out of room over here on the sideline is going to be Gabe Lillard, and he's forced out of bounds and just couldn't find the handle to get that momentum.
Yeah, no place to go, and very difficult to try to set anything up when a ball's kicked like that. And a lot of teams are going to that, whether or not they're lacking kicking skills or some people do it by design. They just don't want to see those long kickoff returns anymore, so they're putting the ball on the ground and making you work for it.
Oh, no doubt. Our Maroon Devils will come out now 1st and 10 offensively at the 21-yard line, getting just underway here in the first quarter on a Friday night as, again, under center, of course, Damian Lossey, one of our outstanding seniors in that split-back set with 3 wide against the 4-man front for the Rosman Tigers. Damian rolling, throwing on first down, firing, got his man close to a first down at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, great throw, right on line, and there again, he's rolling to his left. He's good at that. He missed a couple of those last week, but now that's as good a throw as I've seen him make this year. Throwing that 8-yard out, rolling to his left, throwing across his body, and that's, if anybody's ever tried to do that, that's very difficult to do.
And you know what's good to see? That was number 9, Cameron Blankenship, back playing football.
Was that Cameron? I thought he was 8, and I got to looking, and but I realized that couldn't have been him. Yeah, that's Cameron.
He's split wide over there on the left side. So good play on a 9-yard pickup on first down. We come back on second down, running the football straight ahead, and the first down is captured at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, it's great to see Cameron back out there, and good to get a first down. He added to that, and after that knee injury, and I saw him last week at his grandfather's reception and receiving of friends, and he commented that his knee had just been released, and so it's good to see him back out there.
It really is. Got to brace a little bit on that left knee, and we're ready to go. First down and 10. 2 plays. First down in the books, and got a man in motion out here to the right side for Damian as he's going to run the option. He's going to keep it out across the 45 into Rosman territory. 45 still going inside the 40-yard line. Finally tackled down there by Josh Norton. But again, outstanding timing by Damian.
Yeah, Damian took advantage of what the Tigers were doing there. The Tigers are playing a 44 front. If anybody knows what that means, they got 2 inside players, 2 outside ends, and then 2 linebackers in behind each one of those other 2 up front. So then the outside backers are supposed to be quarterback responsible, and right there we blocked him. Now they're going to change it up just a little bit and go to a 5-man front.
Got a man in motion. Maroon Devils. Here comes Damian again.
Side.
Hanging on to the football. He runs the other way this time. But again, good yardage down to the 33-yard line. And again, you can see what we're doing here, trying to keep the Rosman Tiger defense on their heels here defensively.
Yeah, they're trying to right now take away wherever our tight end is, they're trying to take away the running game to the tight end side. And like we've done in the past, when they start doing those kinds of things, you call it first on accident. Then you start realizing what they're doing, and I'm sure Coach McMahon will do it more. You call it away from the tight end, which would be up the top of the screen right now.
Here comes Cameron wide out to the left side. Damian back to throw. Got a man down the right side. Got him. Oh, did he hang on to the ball?
He did.
Yes, he did. Down at the 1-yard line. Outstanding job by Cooper Hyatt there as he fell down. I thought he was going to lose it, but he hung on.
Yeah, he made a catch like that last week that was outstanding. He jumped up in the back of the end zone for a touchdown and made a catch like that. And he said the worst part about it was his teammates celebrating with him after the catch. They about knocked him out. He ended up on the ground. So I had a chance to talk to him this week about it. But that's a great catch again. He's got wonderful hands.
No doubt. Here we go with a first down and goal from the 1 yard line. Maroon Devils go straight ahead and looks like into the end zone. Touchdown here in the first quarter with 9:33 to go. So good mix of the run and pass on that drive, Coach, to really keep the defense guessing.
Exactly. Now, great penetration off the line of scrimmage then by our offensive lineman, knocking folks backwards.
And that's the key when you're down inside the red zone, is control that line of scrimmage, as now Cooper is going to be holding and will attempt the extra point after touchdown. Coming on to kick is going to be Gavin Lanning, of course, our sophomore.
Yeah, Gavin's been doing a great job trying to put these things through there after every score.
Good snap, good hold, and this one looked, they're going to say wide right.
Yep, he missed that when he caught it out on the end of his toe, it looked like to me, and he's upset about that right now. So,
but it's a good drive here, Coach, on the opening drive. Rosman was not able to stop us at all. We got positive yards on every play.
Yeah, everything was a big play for us, and that's what we're going to have. We need that to get our confidence back. Andrews took a whole lot of stuff away from us last week, and we just couldn't get our feet under us offensively at all. And when Andrews was able to have the ball most of the quarter, I mean, every quarter it seemed like we had one possession, maybe two, and that was it. And Andrews just kept getting one first down after the other and then put it in the end zone. And, that goes back to what Rosman used to be. Rosman was a ball control place, and when Coach Fox was there especially, he ran the wishbone. And, man, they'd be so tickled just to get those 3 yards every play.
And that's when a team does that, when they just run the ball right at you all night long. It beats down your defense, and you're right. Your offense just can't get the football.
Well, and then when you get it, you got to make something happen with it.
Yes.
You don't have a choice.
And that's going to happen tomorrow in Cullowhee when the Citadel comes to town to play Western Carolina with that triple option. And we see it every year, and it's a hard thing to slow down. Gavin Lanning with the kickoff, and it's going to be going finally picked up at the 4 yard line. Rosman bringing it back out across the 10. They run into traffic, and the Maroon Devils outstanding coverage to stop the return inside the 10 yard line.
Yeah, inside the 10. That's great. That's a great getting upfield and staying in your lanes. A lot of times when a player starts juking like that, players come out of their lanes and they leave open spots out there in the field.
That was Carson Lottie on the return for the Rosman Tigers. So now they've got a long way to go. 90 yards away from the end zone, 9:26 to play. We're just underway in the first quarter. But now let's see what the Rosman Tigers come out with offensively. They're going to come out, Coach, you got a one-back set, got a wing over there on the right side. And let's see what they want to try to do here on their first play as the quarterback fakes the handoff, and he runs to the right side. A little bit of an option.
Yeah, this is kind of what a lot of folks would refer to as the same offense that Western will see next week. This is an option, veer type offense where they're dependent on their quarterback and their fullback mostly to get things done. And so a lot of people do that by just taking a very athletic quarterback and a real tough fullback and running straight at you and using the wings in motion. And right there's a speed sweep to the edge. Out of that same thing. It is a type of broken bone, wishbone offense is what it is.
And that was, again, Carson Lottie who returned the opening kickoff on that carry. And they like to line up those wings, whether it's sometimes a double wing or a single wing, and you just don't know. And I'm sure defensively you've got to really have your eyes in the right place.
That's it, and they use a lot of speed motion. In other words, when they go in motion, they don't go slow. They go fast, and they're putting three out here to the wide side, two receivers, and that other running back, there he goes in his speed motion, and there's kind of a bend back, what we used to refer to as a bend back play. They down block everybody on the end of the line of scrimmage, and he gets the ball going straight ahead, but that's not where he's going. He's going to stick his foot in the ground, and he's going to make a U-turn out to the edge. And it's very deceptive in the fact that he's not going where you think he's going when he first gets that football.
And that's enough for a first down for the Rosman Tigers now at the 25-yard line with 8 minutes to play in the first quarter. And the Maroon Devils up with a 6-0 lead. Quarterback so far has been pretty much under center every snap for the Tigers as they run right up the A-gap this time, Coach. And a big game after getting the handoff from quarterback Tyler Stamey.
Yeah, just like we were saying there a minute ago, they're using a series of veer blocks and down blocks to create seams with that one running back and then speed back. A lot of folks refer to this offense, that the one that's been going in motion and getting the ball on the edge, he's called a speed back. And so they run this thing, and they keep you spread out with those receivers. They keep you honest. Those receivers out there, if you fall asleep, it's just like any of these teams that run this type of offense, then they'll find them open.
Got a man in motion. He's going to get the toss going the other way as they get the motion going around the right side, and getting the first down out across the 40-yard line again is going to be Carson Lottie, their sophomore running back. And again, he's got to be the speed guy. He's pretty quick.
That's the speed back right there. He goes, when he goes in motion, he goes hard and fast. Doesn't mean he's going to get the ball. It just simply means that that's his job, and somebody's eyes got to be on him. And what they're hoping you do is you either take your eyes off of him or put your eyes too much on him, and then they beat you with other things. But they're staying with that formation. Twins out here to the wide side of the field. There's your speed again. There's the bend back. Yeah.
And this time, good penetration up front by the defensive line for a very, very short gain. Outstanding play up there, and that's the big 72, Sam Bernheisel, with a good stop.
Yeah, this time when they attempted the down block, we were slanting that way, and we didn't give it to them. And they weren't able to get those down blocks like they did the time they ran it before.
So if our defensive line can continue to, again, keep their eyes in the backfield to see actually where the ball goes.
Yeah, a lot of it comes down to reading blocking schemes and keying off of offensive linemen. There you can see the speed sweep again. It's just a giant.
Oh, there's a horse collar.
Yeah.
Yep, got him by the back of the jersey. And again, tough break for the Maroon Devils defensively on that tackle by Aiden Allison.
Yeah, he reached out just got him a little high. I'm sure he didn't do that intentionally, but he was trying to get a hold of him as quick as he could because there again, that's that speed sweep, and they're going to keep you honest on the edges with that particular play, and they really like it to the wide side of the field.
And they have some quickness in the backfield, and that penalty against the Maroon Devils going to be the horse collar. And depending on where they spot it, it's going to be close to a first down. And it's going to go all the way to the 49-yard line. So now Rosman has a second down and 1 with 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and I don't see them coming out of that formation. They're using the field right now, putting those double receivers like they're doing right now to the wide side of the field.
Yep, 17 and 18, both lining up wide right now. And one of them's almost getting offside there. Now he backs up.
Yeah, now they're probably going to go. Now they're going to go with the two-wing set. They're bringing one wide receiver in and creating a wing set. And there's your option. Look off of it again.
Good quarterback play that time again by the senior Tyler Stamey, the 6-foot quarterback for the Rosman Tigers.
Just a purebred option play. I mean, down block, stick the ball in the belly of the fullback. You see somebody closing to take him, pull the ball, stick your foot in the ground, and get upfield.
That's it. And right now, Rosman pretty much staying on the ground here, Coach. They're using, as you mentioned, some bend back, some misdirection. But they're right now really keeping our Maroon Devil defense off balance with that misdirection.
Yeah, now this time we're going to see a little different set. We're going to see two tight wings, two tight splits. Now here comes the speed again. Going to run the option back to the wide side of the field. Ends up pitching a short pitch and get some yardage out of it.
Yeah, Carson Lottie with a good carry right at the last second.
Yeah, they changed formations on us there, squeezed everything down, brought those wide receivers inside, and ran the option. Same option play they ran before, but this time with the pitch back.
And I think the quarterback had to because he was in the grasp. One of our defenders had his hands on him, and he finally shoveled it away.
Yeah, that's about the shortest option pitch I've ever seen. Yeah, it got there quick. And but this offense all started back in the wishbone days. The two wings you see there were actually behind the fullback on both sides.
This time they run straight ahead between the guard and the center down to the 36-yard line. It's going to bring up a third down now with Maroon Devils on top 6-0 with 4:40 to play here in the first quarter.
A lot of folks who watch college football, a lot of the military academies use this offense right here to control football games. You mentioned the Citadel next week. They will run this offense. That's what you're seeing. Georgia Tech ran it for so many years with all the different players they brought in there. And
Paul Johnson.
Paul Johnson. and so that's what you're seeing. That's where the double wing, the fullback set, and now they got twins to the wide side of the field running the same option look, and there's the pitch back again.
Oh, we missed him in the backfield.
We missed him, and he ended up with the first down.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to – it's assignment football. You got to assign, and you can change assignments according to what's happening out there against these option teams, because once a good option team figures out how you're defending them, they're going to take advantage of that too.
Oh, no doubt. And one thing some coaches don't like, and they call it basically legal chop blocks.
Yes.
It's kind of a chop block the way they run this offense, but it's legal.
It is, and what they try to do is get down and dirty with you in the line of scrimmage.
Right.
It keeps you from getting outside. It doesn't let you run to the edges. It makes your linebackers and secondary defend the option.
This time they got
There's
three
quarterback
wide
this
receivers,
time.
and the
Yep.
quarterback runs the other way. He's still running and has another first down. Got a penalty flag. Might have a we got a helmet coming off, so we'll see what this is about.
Maybe a face mask on us, because a lot of times when the offensive player's helmet comes off, somebody's grabbed a hold of it. We'll see.
That's Josh Norton, one of their bigger offensive linemen at 6 feet 220, and it is going to be.
No, it's holding on there. Good. Garrett, this may be the first time I've ever been proud of officials. Yeah.
But that holding call brings a big gain back for the Rosman Tigers here with 3.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. And again, just outstanding weather on a Friday night at Swain County High School.
And just like you were talking about the blocking scheme there a minute ago, anytime that you're bringing players to take quarterbacks away on the option and pitchbacks, holding is going to be part of it, because when you change up on them, they don't know what to do, so they just grab hold, and then holding becomes a big part.
And that's what we saw that last play. First down now, the Tigers need about 18. And this time the pitch to the right side. And again, it's going to be Leidy as he's hit at the 37-yard line, tries to push forward and gets a good gain on first down.
Yeah, he picked up some positive yardage right there, and that's all they're wanting to do right now is try to get the ball upfield as much as possible every play. And it goes back to the old days of the wishbone, like we said. Keep the ball out of the other team's hands, but you've got to push it down there and score.
Oh, no doubt. As both teams now, Coach, as you well know, with not a lot of players, boy, this fourth quarter with so many players playing both ways, it's going to be a tough night.
It's very evident that it's draining and taxing on them.
Oh, no doubt. Back to throw. Their first pass of the night, they swing it out to the left side. It's going to be complete out here to the left sideline. Randy Moretz coming up with the catch, and a good stop down there by Gabe Lillard coming up from the corner.
Yeah, that's the speed back there, and then they just ran him upfield a little bit and put him out in the flat, and the quarterback dumped it to him out here just to get him out here on two-thirds of the field and make something happen.
And
brings up third down.
And that's one thing that now is going to keep your defense honest, because they run, then they throw one on you.
That's it, and that's their whole plan is to try to hit it big on that one play.
That's it. Like last week, the Citadel passed it 6 times. They completed 3, but one of those was a touchdown.
That's it, right.
6 times the whole night.
All right, here we go again.
Stamey rolling. And he's got a man right there, almost his own coverage, and he gets inside. Got a very late flag coming in inside the 20 after Rosman got the first down. And, boy, this penalty would not be good for the defense.
No,
if
it
that's
wouldn't.
Tacked on the end.
Not real sure what happened right there. The official will tell us here in a minute. But that's a well-designed play by Rosman, coming out and throwing the ball like that. And they're really using the wide side of the field. They want the ball on those hash marks. They don't like it in the middle of the field. They want a wide side.
So now let's see what the head referee says. And it is going to be a personal foul. Looks like
targeting.
Yep, looks like a targeting call. And looks like nobody's coming out of the game, though. But still, that's a tough call at the end of a first down.
It is, and now but it makes it first and goal on about the 8-yard line. And there again, they're setting this thing up to get to run the option as tight as they can right there with the quarterback.
And they just go straight ahead this time again. And again on the carry is going to be Stamey as they crack it down near the 5-yard line with 1.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. And that's the tough thing, as you mentioned, about this kind of offense. They can keep it for almost an entire quarter, and you don't get your chance to run your offense.
Yeah, it's very similar to what we saw last week at Andrews. It's a ball control offense. Yep. It's not a big play offense. If they get a big play, good. That's just a cherry on top. But what they really want to do is hang on, don't let you have the ball. But when they get it, and they want a low-scoring game. That's what they're after.
That's it. They want to keep those long drives going as they hand off and go straight up the gut again, right up the A-gap. And, wow, there's a bunch of bodies down at about the 1.5-yard line, but he didn't get in.
He didn't get in. There was a good push up front, but he got hit at the line of scrimmage, and he was trying to pick up everything he could, and we were trying to knock him back as far as we could.
And right now, that's, as you mentioned on our scoring drive, when you're down inside the 5-yard line, you got to control that line of scrimmage.
That's it. And that's what we're attempting to do right here by adding bodies to the line of scrimmage, but with the capabilities of that quarterback. And now they're going to with a tight end and a wing set. It should be a motion call, but we didn't get it.
Go straight ahead. They're not in yet, but they're down inside the 1-yard line here. And that's probably going to be the final play of the first quarter here at Swain County Memorial Stadium as the Rosman Tigers turn and head toward the sideline. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back to get the second quarter underway in just a minute here on the Maroon Devils Network.
The Smoky Mountain Conference, one of North Carolina's oldest and most storied athletic conferences, producing champions on and off the playing field for decades. The Smoky Mountain Conference. Tradition lives here.
Fans, welcome back again. A busy week coming up next week for the Maroon Devils in sports. Our Lady Devils will host Highlands Monday at 6 o'clock in soccer. Tuesday, the softball season gets underway, hosting Murphy at 4:30. Then the Maroon Devil boys soccer team will begin playoffs Tuesday as well. Right now, we're getting right back into football. First play of the second quarter. Coach, big play.
Good shot down the line of scrimmage. That fullback's digging in, and he's going to shove the quarterback on in. Good look for folks that don't get to see that much, that ground level view.
That's Kent Maxey down there on the goal line, literally, as he was looking right down the line of scrimmage, and that's a cool shot.
Yeah, it really is. When you get to see those offensive linemen come off of there and the defensive linemen try to knock them back and maintain their ground right there, and them just banging on each other right there.
Yes, outstanding look. And now if they run wide, Kent's going to have to be nimble on his feet, isn't he?
Yeah, or he's going to lose some of the school's equipment. Yeah. Right. All right, they're going back to the set they came out with the two-wing set, and now the quarterback's going to keep it.
And he is in. Rosman goes in for the 2-point conversion. And again, that can be really, really big in a game that could be close the way this one is.
That quarterback's doing an excellent job. He's seeing what he needs to see there, and they're trying to load block with using those wing backs, the individuals that have the quarterback responsibility on that option. And we used to call it a load option, basically. A lead option, you went to try to block whoever was going to take the pitch away, and you pretty much predetermined we're going to pitch this thing and get a lead blocker out in front of you. But a load option is you load up, you determine who's got the quarterback responsibility, whether it be a linebacker or a defensive end, and then you take that wing back that's sitting out there, and he can see, and he can come down from outside in, and he can hit him up around his shoulder pads, and he's pinned right there.
So now it's going to be Rosman kicking it back to the Maroon Devils here. We're just underway, literally 2 seconds off the clock here in the second quarter, and an 8-6 game. And Coach, as you know, in a tight game, those conversions can be the big difference.
Well, everybody's going to be 2-point converting from this point on, I would say. I think that's what the deal is, that once you miss your extra point or somebody goes up on you by a 2-point conversion, it turns pretty much the rest of the game, unless you get ahead by 2 or 3 scores, into a 2-point conversion after every score.
Now back to return, Gabe Lillard along with Cooper Hyatt back there as the Rosman Tigers will kick it back. And we've seen a lot of this too, Coach, as the ball is going to be kind of sitting flat, if you will, as Josh Norton is going to kick off. So we expect kind of a line drive kick.
Yeah, he's just going to kick the ball on the ground and around the field, make us try to pick it up and run with it. And it's just like a rabbit out there.
On the return this time is going to be Andrew Chavez as he's still going. Good return out across the 40-yard line. Once he got his feet under him, he's pretty quick.
He took off. That was a great run by him. He took off and he made no bones about it. He was going to try to get to that edge and make something happen right there.
There he goes. He lowered his head, and he didn't want to go down easy as he carries back out. Gives us really good field position here at the 39-yard line, 1st and 10. So the Maroon Devils wanting to answer back. Got 2 wide out to the right side now. Again, got a man in motion. This time it's going to be Cooper. He's coming out to the left side. Got single coverage over here as Damian started to pitch, and then he cut back inside, and he's cut back inside by their big senior lineman, Stephen Owen.
Yeah, he was trying to run the option to the tight end side and get a look at who's. That's the first time we kind of run it that way, designed that way, just to see kind of who's got what, and he was able to pick up a couple of yards, but he'll come back and make them pay for that. He normally does.
That's another local name from Rosman, Owen, familiar last name, along with Stamey over in that part of the country.
Yes.
As they have a lot of folks over there. This time, Twins on the left side. Damian rolling that way, looking, firing for the sideline, and he cut a little too far inside trying to hit Cameron Blankenship.
Yeah, rolling to his left again that time, and the ball took off on him a little bit. It just sailed, and he wasn't able to get his hand on top of the ball to keep it down.
Now he looks to the sideline, gets the play call coming in. Clock stopped with 11:12 to play here in the second quarter. And again, it's almost a short sleeve night here in March. It's so odd to say we're playing football in March.
Yeah. I've got to get. I'm about over it now, so we'll just move on with it. Shotgun again.
Damian back to
to
throw
his left again.
Got plenty of time. Timing pattern right side up for grabs. A little too tall. Couldn't get it down to 6'2" Marcus Young.
Yeah, he was just a little too tall for him, and there again, rolling to his left. This time when the ball went up, it had a bad wobble on it, and it just hung up there.
And fortunately, they weren't down there camping out under it like a high fly ball sometimes.
Exactly. That's what happened to us last week. Andrews was able to pick one off on us that would have been a scoring drive for us.
Now we're going to be punting it back to the Rosman Tigers. Damian, of course, back to punt. And back to return now for the Rosman Tigers is going to be 15, Carson Leidy. He's their speed back in the backfield. So he'll return this punt with 11:06 to play. We're in the second quarter, 8-6 Rosman. This punt going away from the return man. No return, and it's going to be blown dead down at the 30-yard line. So Rosman will take over, no return. And if you've got a good return man, that's not a bad idea. Keep it away from him.
Yeah. Now we'll probably get to see the true personality of Rosman once they've gotten ahead in this game. They're not desperate right now. They were a little bit on that first drive, but they made it work. So now we'll see. And between the quarterback and the fullback and the wingback number 32 there, that's what they're hanging their hat on. And the play of the offensive lineman just to get the veer blocking done and get all the zone blocking, reach blocking done for these sweep plays. Got 2 wings this time. And Twins wide to the wide side of the field. Got 2 men in motion. There needs to be a flag.
Yep, there's
there
the flag.
It is.
Yep, can't have that many guys moving.
No, the one was trying to back up and get off the line of scrimmage, and the other one went in speed motion.
So again, Rosman coming in. They lost to Cherokee last week, 49-28 in conference play. Again, their first-year head coach, Dusty Robinson, who's an old Tiger, played over there in the late 1990s and has been around Rosman sports for many, many years.
Yes, he has, and he's earned his way into that position.
He really has. He's been part of the program, and not only football but other sports as well. As this time, Rosman comes out again, double wings, and Twins on the right side, first down, and already a whistle.
Yeah, he needed a timeout right there. Something wasn't right, and they had. I think they weren't in the right formation from the looks of things.
So we're going to have a timeout as well. Stay with us, fans. We'll be back. It's 8-6 Rosman here on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, you just saw that Lady Devil softball promo. Our Lady Devils will be hosting Murphy Tuesday in softball at 4:30. Our Lady Devil soccer team will be hosting Highlands Monday at 6 p.m. So, hey, all kind of activities going on at Swain County High School. Pitch in the backfield, and there's an outstanding play. Might have been our best defensive play of the night by Gabe Lillard in their backfield.
Staying on the line of scrimmage, keeping your shoulders square. If we can watch this on replay before the next snap, just watch how, as soon as this quarterback sees who's got him, he's going to have to pitch it. See the square shoulders? As long as your shoulders are square like that, you can make a play. The minute you turn, that's when they beat you. When you turn, they run by you.
So big play there, and Rosman, this is their biggest negative play of the night as far as losing yards. They're back there at the 16-yard line, second down and about 23 or so.
Yeah, we kind of changed up the way we are on D to kind of take some of that away.
Now they pass it over there on the left sideline right in front of the Rosman bench. Double coverage over there, doing a pretty good job keeping that one pinned on the sideline.
Yeah, the reception put them in a situation where they got a lot of yards to that wasn't a big enough route for them. They wanted it to be bigger. But there again, they're utilizing that wide side of the field. That seems to be they're going to run the option some into the boundary, but they're going to keep moving to the wide side of the field as much as possible.
That's Braylon Aldridge over there and Cooper Hyatt over there doing a good job defensively, holding that to a minimum gain. Right now, still 3rd and 14, and we still have a timeout called by Rosman. They're still not sure here on 3rd down and long, Coach.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're wrong formation again. They were really wanting that other wing back to be out here to the wide side of the field. They just can't take advantage of it in that formation, even with speed motion. He just can't take enough advantage of it.
Don't forget now, fans, next week we're going to be over at Murphy High School in football. Then 2 weeks from tonight, we're going to be back here with Robbinsville. So Murphy and Robbinsville back-to-back. And boy, we get to see some tough football.
Oh, yeah.
2 weeks in a row.
That's right. And so, it's time to lay it all on the line tonight. I mean, here we are. It's all conference games. You play them one at a time, and you try to keep your powder dry through the whole thing.
That's it. It's a short season. Every game is important, and the playoffs have been cut in half, basically, this year in the football playoffs. So here we go. Rosman now after a timeout, 3rd down, 14, 9:23 to play in the second quarter.
There's the formation they wanted. They needed to get that other wing back over here to get this twin set to the wide side of the field. Speed motion. Now he's going to roll right and look for his inside receiver there in the curl right
and
there.
He's got him. And well-designed play.
Yeah, it's going to be short. Interesting what they're going to do with it right here.
Good play defensively over there. Coming up is going to be Carson Taylor on the tackles. So, again, they got some, but just not enough. Now 4th down and 2.
Yeah,
and it looks like they might line up and go for it.
Probably so. That's not something that you see a whole lot on that 40-yard line. But remember, this is ball control offense.
That's it.
That's what they're all about.
They're not afraid to go for it on fourth down. They don't like to punt.
This will be either that fullback or the wingback. Yeah, they're jumped off sides. That's it. Yep. They pulled us off sides and got us.
So that's going to give them an automatic first down as we got a little overeager up there on the D front.
Yeah, just a hard count and a crazy count, we used to call it, and just to try to draw them off sides. We were effective with that last week against Andrews, and it works. You hope it never works twice against you.
That's it.
You always hope it may work twice for you, but it sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't.
So a big first down now for Rosman at the 43-yard line as the officials are looking to the sideline, making sure everything is as it needs to be.
Yeah, now this is different right here. They've got two receivers out here into the boundary. So this looks like it may end up being it may be a veer play out to the wide side of the field. We'll see if there's any motion.
Got a slot
short
over
side.
Here. Quarterback's
there they are loading
the
up on the there they are loading up on who they think's got quarterback, the way we've been taking it away from them and trying to run the load option. Anytime you see that quarterback pull it in that quick and get upfield, they're trying to load block the quarterback player, the individual that is assigned defensively to take the quarterback out.
And good job defensively that time. We had good coverage shooting in there from the linebacker spot was, again, 84, and I think that might be Eli Waddy maybe. 84, Eli Waddy. Doing a good job coming up from his linebacker spot.
Yeah.
Cutting the quarterback down. Second down now. They still need about 7.
Well, a lot of times against a team like this, we used to designate what we called a half and half player. He was half quarterback to pitch, but you got one designated to the quarterback, same formation into the boundary.
Here comes the quarterback keeping it again. And this time again, good coverage again. Eli Waddy coming up. Also on the stop inside was Michael Winchester. So good penetration by the defensive line.
Yeah, they were attempting a similar type play right there, sticking his foot in the ground and getting back a little bit sooner. But there again, they had 2 men in motion and it didn't get called that time. But anytime they're putting those folks into the boundary, that's what they're giving us.
So a good job by the defense now, third down. And looks like Rosman still needs about 5, almost 6 yards here with 7:10 to play. In the second quarter, Rosman up 8-6. The only difference in the ball game, a 2-point conversion right now. Rosman, though, third down. And they hand off and just run right up the A gap, and they run into a lot of trouble. And they might have got a couple of yards out to the 50-yard line, but hanging on in there on the defensive front looks like, again, was Sam Bernheisel.
Yeah, that's a midline. They find the first gap that doesn't have a maroon helmet in it. They try to block everybody else. They don't care if a linebacker shows up there. They figure they can get enough to get upfield to linebacker depth to level 2 to get the first down. But now it's fourth down. And what we got to be careful for, we don't jump again, and they'll probably have a play called this time to get us back on our heels.
Fourth down now. It's a long 3. And again, as you mentioned, Coach, Maroon Devils have to be careful up front. Clock running, 6:20 to play here in the second quarter. Rosman, Twins on the right side, wing on the right side. Quarterback's going to run the option. He runs it, and he breaks a tackle very close to a first down. Braylon Aldridge had him, but he might have got enough to get the first at the 47-yard line.
He was running his feet trying to get it. He knew how much he had to get. There again, that's the load option. You can see they're trying to bring those outside wing guys. They're not going to have a pitch man. They could care less about pitching the football. It's either dive or keep, and most of the time it's designed for the quarterback to keep it.
And they're going to bring the chains on, which is becoming a rarity in football, is bringing on the chains at every level. High school, college, NFL, you rarely see the chains.
More and more. I mean, I guess they all have GPS or something in their hats, officials do. I really don't know. But, yeah, it is. It's very rare. And a lot of times you have to I know I have at halftime before, even back when I was still coaching, ask, will you all not start measuring some of these things? Because it doesn't look. Yeah.
It looks short by a couple inches.
It's short.
Ooh, that's so close. The officials are staring at it.
Well, they used to carry an index card and slide it down to see if it touched the ball.
Oh, it's first down, Maroon Devils.
There we go.
But boy, it took them a while to figure it.
Right.
And Coach, that was maybe an inch.
The rule is it must break the plane, just like the end zone.
Yep.
And if it doesn't break that plane, then it's not. And that's why they used to carry index cards, and if that card touched that ball and stopped, if it didn't stop, it wasn't a first down. If it stopped, it's a first down. It broke the plane.
Hey, that's not a bad way to do it.
Well, I don't see them carrying index cards nowadays. Like I say, I guess they got GPS. All right, tied into the wide side.
Damian,
all right, great design. Now
tosses. The ball's loose, and Rosman has it. Coming up with the football is going to be 53. That's Josh Norton, one of their junior linebackers. And again, it just hit our back in the hands, popped to the ground, and Norton jumped on it.
A great design play. There was absolutely nothing wrong with it. And what you'll see right here, the blocking scheme is veer blocking to the outside, like an outside veer. And he pulls it, and when he pitched it, it just made a little bit behind him and to his brother, and it went down.
Yep, just didn't quite connect. So now Rosman has it, almost where they were just a couple of plays ago. Now first down and 10 with 6 minutes to play in the second quarter.
All right, got double wings this time. Twins out here to the wide side of the field.
And got a man in motion again.
There's the load option again.
Marcus Young, good play, good penetration in there by the Maroon Devil defense, trying to slow him down, and that was a gain of only about a yard, Coach. So again, good penetration.
Yeah, and I believe the quarterback's coming up a little bit gimp right here. Boy, neither team needs that right now. Yeah, he got twisted around when he reversed his field. Coach may need to take a timeout or something, just if he's got another one, just to check him out, because that's hard for him to run a play. He's struggling right now.
And as I look over there on the sideline, they only have, I think, 5 other players dressed out.
That's it. I mean, both teams' injuries right now be a key thing. He just needs to run a fullback dive right here or something.
Oh, no
Pitch,
doubt.
Yeah, run the sweep.
Here they go, tossing it out to the right side, trying to cut the corner again. Marcus Young, another good tackle by the Maroon Devil defensive front, coming up to help him inside there is going to be Ben Payne, one of our sophomores.
Yeah, Ben doing a great job right there of open field tackling. Basically, is what it ended up being because of that sweep look. And there's nothing fancy about their blocking schemes. They're trying to down block on the option. They're trying to load block when the quarterback keeps it. When they run that sweep, it's pure zone blocking or reach blocking, as we used to call it back in the day.
So I got the number wrong. That was Eli Waddy coming in there.
Yeah.
Ben's over here on the sideline right now, but he'll be in there in a minute. Right now, third down. Again, good work by the defensive line. Here comes the quarterback, kind of misdirection.
There's a Ben back again. And if we get to see that one on replay before the next play, we got the football.
Oh, got a turnover again.
Yeah, we got the ball, according to the official on their sidelines.
Yeah, let's see how this one came out, as again, a lot of our guys were around the football when he turned the corner.
Now, what this is set up for, if you'll see over there on the other side of the line of scrimmage, all those down blocks, you can see them blocking down on us. Yeah, and there's where the fumble occurred. All they're trying to do is make you think that veer, that they're running the hard A-gap dive there, you called it a minute ago, and now their fullback, who's also a linebacker, he's a little bit shook up out there. He's on D2. So
now that was Aiden Allison who came up with a fumble recovery for the Maroon Devil defense, doing a good job. First down and 10, got a man in motion. Cooper coming out to the left side. We run to the left side. Damian is going to cut back against the grain and has a good gain down near the 40-yard line here, a gain of about 7 yards.
That's a spin option. Boy, that takes me back a long way. I'm glad they got that in there. You face out one way, and then you reverse the field and run the quarterback and pitch back to the wide side of the field. That's some pretty neat stuff. That's throwback option.
Yes, indeed. Second down now. We're going to need about 4. They're going to give us a 6-yard gain on first down. 3:38 to play, second quarter. Maroon Devils down by 2, 8-6. Split backs behind Damian Lossy under center.
Outside
He's going to run
veer.
the option,
There
pitches it out. Here comes number 10, Gabe Lillard.
First down.
And he's got the first down.
Yeah, now, if the difference between the inside veer and the outside veer, you can see very clearly right there. When you see the tight end blocked down and they leave that last man on the line of scrimmage standing, he's got to make his mind up. And so when he does, he's got to take either the dive back or the quarterback. And when he takes that dive back, then that leaves your quarterback ability to run it on out to the pitch, going from the gun this time.
From the 41-yard line, first down and 10, first time tonight. Damian has been back in the shotgun. Twins out to the left side. He rolls that way, looks that way, fires that way, and he's got his man. This is Austin. No, that's going to be Cameron Blankenship.
Cameron again,
at
yes,
the
sir.
31-yard line, knocked out of bounds over here by Randy Moretz.
Great to see him back out there, buddy.
Yeah.
It really is. That's a big play.
And he's had a couple of catches. He got our first catch of the night, and that's his second catch here tonight as Cooper comes back in.
It's basically the same route, and what they're doing is, they're again using the wide side of the field to get to isolate people out there and get those outs. Don't worry about the deep ball. Throw those short routes, get first downs, and drive the ball down the field.
He's got Cameron wide right again as he has twins out here. Damian's running to that side. Plenty of room. Breaks a tackle at the 20, at the 15, at the 10, all the way down to the 7-yard line. Damian did a great job just following his blockers.
That's quarterback sweep. That's all that was. Get him in the gun, and it's just like you pitched it back there to him. You can see they've moved the fullback out there to block.
Yep.
Here goes
Carson.
There goes the other one out to block. And he never intended to pitch it or throw it, either one. He took that snap, and it's designed for him to run on the edge to the wide side of the field.
Gabe Lillard doing a good job as well on a block down there. And now it's a first down and goal to go. 2:27 to play in the first quarter, and the Maroon Devils have it.
We're set up the same way. We're going to run the same play this way to the wide side of the field again.
Here comes Damian trying to cut inside. Now he cuts right into the end zone. And again, outstanding blocking over here by his wide receivers, Gabe Lillard, and also out there with a good block is 62, Aiden Allison.
Yeah, and Cameron got in on that a little bit. He got but you can see what it is. It's a sweep out of that gun look right there, and
coming right at you.
Coming right at you, and it's one of those things that he's an athlete. Get him in position to make things happen out there on the field, and there they went. Ran the same play twice, both sides of the wide side of the field, and made it happen.
Good job. He could cut inside or go outside.
That's right. He's got his. He can do anything he needs to with it.
And we're going to line up and go for two.
Yeah, it will be that kind of game. Now they're going to give him the same look
Damian
again,
goes,
and this time went back inside.
Cut inside, scored, and the Maroon Devils are now up with 2:15 to play in the second quarter. Right now it's a 14-8 lead. Maroon Devils on top. We'll be back after this timeout on the Maroon Devils Network. Only 2:15 to play in the first half here. And our first home game tonight is homecoming. Be sure and stay tuned for that coming up at halftime as Joe Holton and Kent Maxey in the cameras, and Bob Thomas will have all the announcements. And here comes Rosman running it back on the return. Randy Moretz on the return. And good coverage downfield down there by, again, Andrew Chavez.
Well, he did a great job. He's really letting himself be known out there tonight, receiving the kickoff and making plays on the kickoff coverage team. That's great open field tackle again by one of their better players.
That's
from one of their better players.
Chavez has good quickness now. Rosman has it with 2:09 to play before halftime. They have 75 yards to go, though, with a 14-8 deficit for the Tigers. And they come out with kind of this is a little different look.
Well, this time they put him into to the left side, and he's wanting to throw the football and try to make something happen. He doesn't have a curl player over here.
Got an offensive holding call. He throws it down the field, overthrows his man, but I think it's going to come back anyway.
Yeah, it'll be a holding call over here, and the quarterback's still a little bit lame. He didn't have his mobility like he really wanted to get upfield or get outside with that ball. The strange thing, while their formation looks strange, is that's the first time it's been in the middle of the field, and they've been using these hash marks so much. They still had those twins over there with the two wings, and it looks different because they're not spread way out.
Yeah, they had them, like I say, twins on the left side, had a wing over here. And I'm like, wait a minute, that looks different.
It really does when the ball's in the middle of the field. But you could tell what Coach Robinson, he's trying to use that wide side of the field and using his athletes and players just like we did on the last drive, using Damian to just get the ball out there to the edge and let him decide what to do with it.
The athletes make plays.
That's it.
This time it's going to be Stamey again. He's limping a little bit. He's going to be back in the shotgun again. This time I got twins on the right side. Got a wing in motion. And again, that bend back play, he hands off to Moritz, but he's not going to go anywhere. There's Lillard out there with a good tackle.
Good tackle, and this was just a little bit different. This is the first time we've seen this play. This is a backside trap play. He fakes like he's going to run that sweep, and then he gives the ball to the back with a guard pulling in front of him. You can see 53 right there. He pulled to try to lead for that fullback on the edge.
Boy, Dante, Gabe did a good job forcing him out of bounds, and with a minute 45 to play, I think we're going to see another timeout here.
Yeah, I think he's trying to decide what he's going to do with the ball in this kind of situation, this deep, and
I can't tell from the clock. Looks like they still have maybe a couple of timeouts left.
Yeah, they're always in a little bit of trouble in this field position right here. You try to air this thing out and it gets picked off, we have a chance to score another one before half.
That's it.
The other only option you got is you got 2 plays, 3 plays to pick up a first down, and from that distance, the probability of that happening is not real good. So
we hear the band in the background, the cheerleaders doing their thing here on a Friday night. Don't forget now, coming up at halftime, you're going to be able to watch the homecoming live as the homecoming folks are down there getting ready to come onto the field here at the end of the first half. So be sure and stay tuned for homecoming. That's always a fun night, and it's we only got 3 home games, so tonight is homecoming.
That's it. We came back home.
That's
the
it.
First
We
game.
came
So
back
here we
home.
are, homecoming.
Here we go. Rosman going to line him up this time. The quarterback is under center.
Into the boundary. Get him
he's
out
gonna
here
keep
on his
it.
own. Yeah.
And nice play, and he's still going.
Yeah. And there again, they switched it up by putting those twin receivers into the boundary over there, giving him that load look out here all by himself to the wide side.
Now we're going to have another timeout on the field with a minute 34 to play. That was Damian Lawson.
See your
coming up with a
monitor right
tackle.
here. You see him blocking on the edge, trying to keep the quarterback defender from defending it. And he actually got held right there, almost tackled, basically. And
Damian coming up with a tackle. Also helping him is Andrew Chavez again. So those 2 guys are athletic, Andrew Chavez and Damian Lawson.
oh yeah, they're running all over the field right now. And the Rosman's entire scheme is and it's smart on his part, is to try to get that quarterback out in this open field on his own. He's a little bit gimp right now. I mean, he's hurting a little bit, but he's still struggling with them out there and trying to make things happen. But it'll bring up 3rd down in about 16.
So now 3rd and long, a minute 34 to play. I think our Maroon Devils used that timeout. We have 1 left. Rosman has 2 left, according to the scoreboard.
Yeah, Coach Stevenson's trying to get this ball back one more time and see what we can do with it.
Rosman got a man in motion. They toss that way.
Sweet.
And he comes around the right side
No
again.
chance.
Good hit by Braylon Aldridge. He stood him up.
Great job out here taking on blocks, using their hands, getting people off of them. And there again, staying square to that line of scrimmage and making plays. You don't have to get them behind the line of scrimmage. Just make a play at the line of scrimmage.
That's it. That's what Braylon did. And it looks like we're going to call our last timeout. Minute 26 to play. But it looks like, Coach, we may get the ball back because on 4th down and what, about 18,
Yeah.
they got a punt.
Well, they got to do something with it right here, or they can't risk us getting the ball down there in that kind of territory to.
That's it.
Because it's not a far throw to get it in the end zone or run it in the end zone in a couple of plays. So
it's going to be interesting to see what they come up with. But I've got to think they're going to punt it away, and we'll see. Looks like Cooper is dropping back to potentially return a punt.
Yeah, you'd think they'd punt it, but that doesn't mean anything.
Oh, I know.
You never know until we see them do it. We've not seen them line up yet to punt, I don't think, have we?
Not yet.
So we'll see here. That they may not, and they may have a quick kick or something from the quarterback, but we'll see what they do right here.
Again, Cooper back deep And back in the backfield is going to be Tyler Stamey, the quarterback. He's going to drop back now in punt formation, we think.
We think. We're not sure.
That's it.
We'll watch it, and we'll know here in just a second.
Caden Sloniker, number 17, wide way out to the left side now. And again, the quarterback is the punter, so they can always run. They can throw. Pretty good snap. Line drive punt. Cooper has a chance to bring it back. He's got a bunch of blockers
Got the
in
wide
front of him.
side of the field. There we go.
He's got room.
Made a cut.
Cuts back
Now he's
inside.
cut back.
A lot of room. 30, 25, 20. Cuts back upfield at the
Get
5.
up there, Cooper. Oh, he's
Touchdown.
in. He's in.
Touchdown.
You got to give it to him. He rolled in.
Oh, my
now,
goodness.
Now I got a problem.
Yeah, now they're spotting it at the 1 yard line. I'm not sure that's
Yeah,
right.
and not because it was just because of that, but his entire upper body. I hope we could get some. I don't know if we can or not. His entire upper body went into the end zone. Now, whether a knee went on the ground, I know it wasn't where he just spotted it.
Yeah.
Now, so I'm just going to say that out loud
I thought
if
he was
I can.
in.
Yeah.
I thought he was in.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. But
Yeah. We're gonna now we're gonna have a timeout, Rosman, and I don't know if we'll have a chance to watch that punt run back or not with 1:08 to play here before halftime.
yeah, that was very that was a very poor spot.
Bad spot. Just,
And I don't know what he thinks he saw, who went on the ground,
but I'd say here in a play or two we're going to have 6 on the board.
I hope so.
We should have had 6 there.
Yeah, we got to get this. We need to get this one in and get up on them. These 2 scores and a team like Rosman in the situation they're in, their type of offense, getting behind by 2 scores makes them desperate.
It does.
And that's what
It
you got to have that. You got to make them desperate. All right, looks like Damien. We're going to split backs out there. We'll see if he goes up under. We got a tight end.
Yep.
Yeah, he's going to go up under.
Split back veer here.
All right, they're going to look at it just like the this could be a veer action. It could be a quarterback sneak. Looks like it may be a sneak right here by Damien. The way we're lined
straight ahead.
up, touchdown.
He's in, touchdown.
Yeah, right.
No problem.
No, that's it. We needed that one badly.
Now coming on to kick this time is going to be Gavin Lanning. He's going to try to kick one through.
Yeah.
And with 1:03 still to play before halftime.
Right. Now, I've not seen a touchdown signal yet, so I'm not real sure what's going on.
I don't know, but he was in the end zone.
Yeah, we got a conversation going on over here. What are they saying? He walked into the end zone.
I mean,
how could it not be a touchdown?
I'm not sure what they're.
What are they talking about? He went into the end zone with the football.
Oh, no doubt.
Standing up.
I mean, our kicker was coming on to kick the extra
Well, I know
point.
and that there's these two side officials out here. Neither one of them has signaled for a touchdown. That's why I said, wait a minute, there's something wrong because they started spotting the ball way back here, and I couldn't figure out why.
Because he just went in.
The fullback
Finally,
went up in there.
There's the signal.
Yeah, it was a touchdown. I mean, he was standing in the back of the end zone with the football. I don't know other than they saw our fullback go up in there thinking he had the ball because he stopped at the line of scrimmage.
But Damien never was tackled.
No, he wasn't touched. He shot through there.
Oh, boy.
That just shows Damien's quickness. The officials couldn't see it. Wow. Missed a touchdown.
Yeah, that was.
Now, their coach is upset, and I don't blame him because that's not he's got a good argument right there. That should have been if it's going to be a touchdown, they should have signaled him.
That's it. So now
Don't know that I've ever seen that.
Here's the kick for the point after touchdown, and this one is going to be good. So with 54 seconds to play now before halftime, our Maroon Devils in the lead by a score of 21-8 over the Rosman Tigers. Fans, stay tuned. We'll be right back with those final seconds of the half in just a minute.
The Smoky Mountain Conference, one of North Carolina's oldest and most storied athletic conferences, producing champions on and off the playing field for decades. The Smoky Mountain Conference. Tradition lives here.
Fans, welcome back. We've got a roster correction. We've been calling number 81 Braylon Aldridge all night, but we understand I had the wrong roster. Number 81 is Nathan Bogdanovich, and he's been having a great night. Nathan has played outstanding football wearing number 81.
Yeah, we may see something crazy right here. We're not going to kick the ball deep. He's going to shank it up here, and I want to see how
out of bounds.
It's going to go out of bounds. Okay.
Yeah.
I was curious because that's an instance where you don't want to kick it off and have them return it on you. So.
Oh, no doubt. And again, we got number 84 correct. That's Eli Waddy, who's doing a good job, a sophomore. And again, Nathan Bogdanovich, number 81, also a sophomore on this team, Coach. We've got a lot of good sophomores, but again, 81 is not Braylon Aldridge here tonight. So again, 81 Bogdanovich doing a heck of a job on defense.
He is, and good job by our executive producer here figuring out that we had the wrong roster.
That's it. Okay. Toby got us on the right track, and we appreciate that. We want to give all the players as much credit as we can, as now we get our kickoff team back on the field, and looks like we're going to kick it again.
I believe we were off sides, and going to bring us back and do it again. So,
well, Coach, I got to tell you a funny story talking about kicking off. I've never seen this happen. Last week in a game up the road, not going to say which team, but the kicker came up and fell before he kicked the ball. They were offside because everybody took off, but the kicker fell, never hit the ball. He just totally lost his footing.
If you, as much as you've seen this game, Gary, you've seen just about everything. But
that was a first.
That would be a first.
That was a first. The kicker fell approaching the football.
Again.
Here's a return by Carson Lottie. Good job. Is that Chavez again?
Yes,
yep.
It was.
Sure
he is doing one heck of a job getting upfield and making plays on these special teams.
Outstanding job again. Number 30, Andrew Chavez. And but our defense, I think, has done a pretty good job here in the first half, Coach. 21-8. They've only given up the one score with now 49 seconds to play. But good job up front by a lot of those guys really trying to hold their own on that defensive line.
Yeah, that one drive, I mean, it was typical Rosman stuff, and they took advantage of it. So, all right, here we go. Now we got our twins to the wide side. Now they're going to try them a little bit of a midline option again.
And this time
they switch it up between that midline and that bend back. And when that it's all the difference in the blocking scheme.
That was Bryn Jackson, number 60, coming up. Good tackle on the interior defensive line. He's in there with Sam Bernheisel, also up there with Michael Winchester. And looks like they're not going to run another play before halftime, Coach. They're going to take it to the locker room.
Yeah, they cut it pretty close, but they've got time, so they can do that and maybe go in and try to regroup. And our bunch can go in and plan for this second half. But so far, that was a great series of plays on both of on all three of our touchdowns.
Oh, no doubt. Fans, stay tuned. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back. We're going to turn it over to Joe, and Bob Thomas is going to have the announcing of the homecoming court. That's coming up just around the corner after we take this time out here on the Maroon Devils Network.
freshman representative, Ms. Alani J. Perez, daughter of Donna and Mo Perez of Bryson City. Alani's school activities include volleyball and track. This past Christmas, she was employed with the Great Smoky Mountains Railroad, working the Polar Express. After high school, Alani plans to attend the University of North Carolina in Charlotte and major in psychology with a minor in criminal justice. She hopes to pursue a career as an FBI agent. Alani is escorted by freshman Cole Weichel. Cole is the son of Jesse Loftus and Alex Camacho and resides in Bryson City. First freshman representative, Alani J. Perez. Escorted by Cole Weichel. The next freshman representative is Coco Wells, daughter of Ashley and Andy Ash of the Savannah community of Jackson County. Coco is excited to become a member of FFA beginning next school year. She plays volleyball on the national level with Excel Volleyball Performance. Coco also loves to show and train horses. After high school, Coco plans to go to the University of Georgia and graduate with a master's degree in large animal and equine surgery and medicine. Coco is escorted by freshman Brandon Frost, son of Amber Frost and Claude Welch of the Alarka community. Freshman representative Coco Wells, escorted by Brandon Frost. Sophomore representative is Mary Cooper, daughter of Jill and Casey Cooper of the Birdtown community of Cherokee. She is a competitive dancer and a teacher assistant, training Triple Threat Arts Academy students. Mary's school activities include Junaluska Leadership Council, the Lighthouse Team, and Project Endeavor. After high school, Mary plans to attend a four-year university and study performing arts. She's escorted by senior Walker Cooper, son of Dustina Cooper and Laurel Cooper, and resides in the Yellow Hill community of Cherokee. Sophomore rep, Mary Cooper, escorted by Walker Cooper. The next sophomore representative is Miss Maya Hicks, daughter of Michelle and Marcia Hicks of the Painttown community of Cherokee. She attends Bethabara Baptist Church. She's a member of the Cherokee Youth Council and FBC Carolina Elite Basketball Club. Her school activities include volleyball, basketball, and track. She plans to play basketball on the collegiate level, pursue a degree in the medical field. Amaya is escorted by sophomore Charlie Collins, son of Chuck and Misty Collins of the Conleys Creek community. Sophomore representative is Amaya Hicks, escorted by Charlie Collins. Our first junior representative is Maisie Heltman, daughter of Jeff and Jody Heltman of Bryson City. Maisie volunteers at the Grove Church. Her school activities include volleyball, basketball, soccer, track, and she's accomplished her goal of scoring 1,000 points halfway through her junior basketball season and was named All-Conference as well. She's participated in the dual enrollment program through Southwestern Community College. She plans to receive, hopefully, a basketball scholarship and pursue her education in the health science field. She would like to explore a career in sports medicine or become a physical therapist. Maisie is escorted by junior Gage Jones. Gage is the grandson of Clint and Joyce Hurley of the Lenz Creek community, Bryson City. Junior representative Miss Maisie Heltman, escorted by Gage Jones. Junior Allison Scheid, daughter of Jennifer and Michael Scheid of the Buckner Branch community of Bryson City. Allison is a member of the Smoky Mountain Community Theater and is a regular volunteer at the Giving Spoon. Her school activities include student lighthouse team, front ensemble captain for the Swain Marching Band, and she will have the honor of being inducted into the National Honor Society this coming spring. Allison is also taking courses through the dual enrollment program at Southwestern Community College. After high school, Allison plans to attend a four-year university and pursue a degree in political science, as well as obtaining a degree in economics. Allison is escorted by senior Robert Womble, son of Cynthia Thomas Womble of the Allman community. Junior representative, Miss Allison Scheid, escorted by Robert Womble. Our next junior representative, Miss Janet Villagomez, daughter of Manuel Villagomez and Yolanda Garcia of Whittier. Janet is a member of the girls' varsity soccer team. She runs indoor track in the wintertime and outdoor track in the spring. She's also taking courses through the dual enrollment program at SCC. After high school, Janet hopes to attend a four-year in-state college to obtain her Bachelor of Science in Nursing. One of her future goals is joining Doctors Without Borders and traveling. Janet is escorted by junior Adam Cotterman, grandson of Nikki Moore and son of Rebecca Crow, and resides in Cherokee. Senior representative is Miss Isabel Green, daughter of Tess and Chris Green of Bryson City. Isabel participates on a travel soccer team. She's been a member of the Swain High girls soccer team, varsity soccer team, and the Swain High track team for all 4 years of high school. Isabel also spent the last 3 years playing volleyball. She's a member of the Family Career Community Leaders of America and received the Academic Award for Interior Design 1. Isabel is taking courses through the dual enrollment program at Southwestern Community College also. After high school, Isabel plans to attend Appalachian State University and major in secondary education with a minor in art. Isabel is escorted by senior Booth Bassett, son of Krim and Jeff Bassett of Stacoa. Senior representative is Isabel Green, escorted by Booth Bassett. Senior representative is Sierra Jones, daughter of Toby and Kara Brown of the Alarka community. Sierra was a member of the junior ROTC program her freshman and sophomore years. She's been a member of the varsity wrestling team since her junior year. She's also taken courses through the dual enrollment program at SCC. After high school, Sierra is planning to pursue a degree in business marketing and graphic design. Her hope is to start her own business and try to get quite a bit of business experience along the way. Sierra is escorted by senior John Schuler, son of Reverend Brian and Melissa Schuler, and resides in Bryson City. Senior representative, Sierra Jones, escorted by senior John Schuler. Senior representative, Ms. Jessica Lohman, daughter of Matt and Christina Lohman of the Sawmill Creek community, Swain County. She's played volleyball all 4 years in high school and wrestled her junior and senior years. This year, she was the state runner-up. She's a member of track and field and was state runner-up as well. Jessica also competed in HOSA her freshman year through her junior year. Jessica is also taking courses through the dual enrollment program at SCC and will be graduating with a certificate in carpentry at the end of this school year. After high school, Jessica plans to attend a 4-year university and major in business. Jessica is escorted by senior Chase Burrell. Chase is the son of Drew Burrell and Lynn Dyer and resides in Webster. Senior representative, Ms. Jessica Lohman, escorted by Chase Burrell. Senior representative, Ms. Jenna Marr, daughter of Jeff and Jody Marr, and sister of Jake Marr of the Brush Creek community. She attends the Peaks Church. She volunteers at the Giving Spoon and plays club volleyball for the Trailblazers in Clayton, Georgia. Jenna's school activities include student body president, volleyball, track and field, and is a softball team manager. She's also taking courses through the dual enrollment program. After high school, Jenna plans to play volleyball at Lenore Ryan University and pursue a degree in exercise science. In the real world, she hopes to be an occupational therapist and a volleyball coach. Jenna is escorted by senior Dane Anthony, son of Bree Brock and Dennis Anthony, and resides in the Laura Larka community of Swain County. Senior representative, Ms. Jenna Marr, escorted by senior Dane Anthony. Senior representative, Ms. Kate Poss, daughter of Catherine and Frank Dockery of the Village Cove community in the Nantahala Gorge. Kate provides private soccer lessons for younger children. She also volunteers at Morningside Nursing Facility in Vestavia Hills. Kate's school activities include membership in the National Honor Society. She is currently second in the senior class. She's manager of the Swain High varsity boys soccer team and captain of the Swain High girls varsity soccer team. Kate is also taking courses through the dual enrollment program at Southwestern Community College. Upon graduation, she plans to attend UNC at Chapel Hill and major in psychology. She hopes to become a psychiatrist. Kate is escorted by senior Noel Wolf, son of Suzanne and Paul Wolf of the Lueda community of Swain County. Senior representative, Ms. Kate Poss, escorted by senior Noel Wolf. Next, senior representative, Ms. Kiana Stevenson, daughter of Travis and Carla Stevenson of the Grassy Branch community of Swain County. She attends Mount Zion Baptist Church. She's a member of the National Honor Society, New Century Scholars, Project Discovery, FCA, Skills USA, and is the senior representative on student council at Swain High. Kiana is also taking courses through the dual enrollment program. After high school, Kiana plans to attend SCC for her general education and then attend university. Testing, 1, 2. Test, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2. Sorry for the technical difficulties up here in the press box. I believe we were at the point that Kiana is being escorted by freshman Lawson Woodard, the son of Lonnie Wayne and Cindy Woodard of the Alarka community of Swain County. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2020-2021 homecoming court, Swain County High School. Now, the announcement for this year's Maid of Honor. She is junior, Miss Janet Villagomez. Receiving her sash from Principal Sonia Blankenship. And her tiara from last year's homecoming queen, Kiara Shook. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Now that we have power in the press box. This year's homecoming queen is senior Jenna Marr, escorted by Dane Anthony. Again, presenting the sash, Principal Sonia Blankenship, and the tiara by Kiara Shook, and sponsor Bill Reynolds. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2020-2021 Swain County High School homecoming court. Maid of Honor, Janet Villagomez, Queen Jenna Marr. Congratulations to all these folks. We appreciate the Student Council and the efforts of Mr. Bill Reynolds making this presentation tonight possible. Thank you. And again, congratulations to this year's court, the representatives, their escorts, Maid of Honor, and Queen.
Extremely proud of and excited each and every Friday night to be able to watch. Here's some ways you can help us grow our YouTube channel even bigger than it already is. Be sure and subscribe. That way you get updated every single time Maroon Devil Network has a broadcast. Like the video that you're watching. It doesn't depend upon the game result. You're liking the video and our product. So please hit the like button. And by all means, share with all of your friends what's going on with the Maroon Devil Network. Thank you for inviting us into your home and making us a part of your family. And now, without any further delays, let's take you out to the ball game.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Quinnett, and I am over the Parents as Teachers program here in Swain County. Let me tell you a little bit about our program. We're so fortunate to have this program here in Swain County. It is a free program for families prenatal to age 5. We provide a vast resource network on health and safety, nutrition, things like potty training and sleep routines. If you know of a family that could benefit from this program, please share our phone number with them. It's 488-3129 extension.
As the Maroon Devils will kick off to the Rosman Tigers here, and we kick it deep into the left corner, and it's going to be, caught and dropped, and it's going to be going all the way back to the 1-yard line before they pick it up and try to run it out, and they run it out to the 9-yard line before we force them out of bounds. But again, a tough kickoff return by the Tigers to start the second half.
A great kick, too.
Yeah.
He's getting better and better at that. And that's about the deepest ball I've seen him hit this season. And he drilled that one pretty good. And it was a hard to handle for the returners of Rosman. And they didn't have anything to do but try to get to the sidelines with it.
That's it. They just tried to run it back. And by the way, I want to say congratulations to homecoming queen, senior Jenna Marr.
Yep.
How about that?
Well, she gets everything from her mom because I know her dad real well,
I'm probably with you on that.
yeah, okay. All right, here comes.
Rosman coming out running the football, nothing new, and they drop it. Did they get back on it? Maroon Devils say we have it.
Yep.
Who has it? It's Maroon Devil football inside the 10-yard line.
We hit them on the hookup this time, and what that means is they tried to run that midline, and the one of the blockers, either them or the linebacker, I couldn't tell which one, got there as they hooked up, and that ball popped out. Now, when I say midline, it's a gap, and they're going to where there's not a helmet. That's the rule. You find that. You just pretty much say midline when you call the play. You don't know which way you're going to go till you get to the line of scrimmage.
Now the Maroon Devils with the football, big turnover and a 21-8 lead, and we're getting some light rain here at Swain County High School on this Friday night, coming right up the gut again on the ground. Little cross misdirection play as this time it's going to be the fullback Carson Taylor on the carry.
Yeah, first time we've seen that play tonight from us. Out of the gun, it's an inside zone type play where the back hesitates. You see the pulling guard and tackle, and they try to trap the outside folks. He runs that one gap wider, and he might score.
So now Maroon Devils second down. And goal to go from just inside the 5-yard line. Cooper goes in motion to the right side, and we hand off to the right side. And for a couple more yards, again, just banging it, trying to get into the end zone here, Coach. And again, making progress at the line of scrimmage, trying to knock Rosman off the ball.
That's it, trying an outside veer look this time, trying to down block and get the ball into basically a C gap and take your chances with that last man on the line of scrimmage defending that dive.
And talking about our tight end over there on the right side, again, that's 81 at tight end, Nathan Bogdanovich. Number 81 lines up tight end on the right side. Here we go with the split backs behind Damian. Cooper goes in motion to the right side. And we hand off onto the left side, and there's Damian as he cut back inside. Is he in? Cooper said yes, but I don't think Cooper has a vote.
I don't think he does, and I couldn't tell whether that was the follow or whether he gave it to the fullback. Those eagle-eyed side judges have spotted it on the 6-inch line. Their eagle eyes have missed one touchdown, so they might have missed another one. We'll see.
Absolutely. So it's going to be literally inches away from the goal line here with 10 minutes to play in the third quarter.
But it's fourth down. That's
it.
Yeah.
Got to crack this one in there. Damian right under center. We may see him just plunge straight ahead, and we do. Right behind the center, goes in standing up. They finally tackle him. But this time the line judge calls touchdown.
And there again, that's that wedge blocking. There's nothing fancy about it. You put your shoulder pads together, and everybody steps in towards the center on the snap of the ball, and you close your eyes, bite your mouthpiece, and you drive your feet. That's it.
That's it. Try to knock your man backwards.
That's it.
Nothing fancy, is it?
Nope. You don't have to even know who's there. Just block straight up field.
That's it. Push him back. Gavin landing on for the point after touchdown try, and this one is going to be up and good. So now with 9:51 to play, the Maroon Devils get some breathing room here, Coach, scoring on the first drive, first time we had the ball, it's 28-8 Maroon Devils.
Yeah, they'll take a lot of wind out of the sails of Rosman. This is not conducive for their offense.
No, it's not.
Ball control offenses, they get down this at this level, and they have to change game plans a little bit if they plan on getting back in the ball game. That means that Rosman cannot continue to run their lead plays and load plays and their speed sweep plays. They're going to have to start trying to throw the football upfield, get the quarterback, if he's healthy enough, out on the edge, let him make some things happen, and utilize the wide side of the field. They can't stick with that same game plan they came in with.
And the quarterback's a little gimpy. We've seen him limping just a little bit in the backfield. We're talking about number 10, Tyler Stamey. Now we're, again, just a little bit of light rain as we're going to be kicking it back to Rosman now. 9:51 to go, third quarter, 28-8. Maroon Devil lead.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing how Gavin's going to see what he does with it and see if he kicks it that deep again. Pretty close.
Good
He
kick.
got a good boot on it this time. He's down to the 10 this time.
At the 10, they're going to return it back out across the 20. And again, it's going to be Moretz on the return. Yeah. And down there again, I tell you, number 81's been busy tonight. And again, that's Nathan Bogdanovich for the Maroon Devils.
Yeah, that's great tackle. That nobody went to the ground, but everybody stayed up. Just don't let him out of there. You ain't got to make a beautiful tackle. Just get a hold of him. Don't let him go any further.
And I said light rain, but now you can see on the camera because Kent Maxey's down there with that camera. It's raining pretty hard down there.
Yeah, it's coming pretty good now. And
you see it on the screen.
Yeah, I'm glad the field is in such good shape.
It really is in great shape. And the Rosman Tigers come out running just straight ahead again. Nothing fancy there. And they counter at the 22-yard line. It's going to bring up a second down.
Yeah, they're going to, like I said, this is not, this situation they're in is not conducive for them. And, their fullback's still limping a little bit now, too, who just carried the ball. He's still struggling a little bit. So he and the quarterback both are not got their best wheels under them right now.
Oh, no doubt. And now with the field starting to get wet, that loose wheel can be a little slick.
Yep.
They toss to the left side. A little misdirection this time. Again, it's going to be the fullback as he got back barely to the line of scrimmage. We're talking about 32, Randy Moretz.
Yeah, that's the wing speed back there. We've been talking about him all night long. That's the play they like to run with him is that speed sweep. If they're not going to pitch it to him off the option, is just pitch it back there to him, put some lead blockers out in front of him. We did a great job of coming off blocks, staying square, getting down the line of scrimmage, and getting to him. That's basically it's fundamental football.
That's it. That is just taking on your blocker and trying to get to the running back.
Yeah, defeating blocks is not as easy as it sounds.
No, it's
People
not.
don't realize that when a kid's been taught to block you the right way, getting off of him is a difficult thing, getting away from him. And you got to use your hands. There's that out route to the speed back again.
Got the fullback out here to the 30-yard line. This time they got enough for the first down, Coach. And you talked about this at the top of the second half, being down 28-8 now. They're going to have to do more of this opening up the offense and throwing the football.
Yeah, what they're trying to do is run all the outside defenders off and make a linebacker have to defend a wing back who's their speed back. He's very fast. He's very nimble on his feet, and they put him out here in the flat, there again on the wide side of the field where he's got plenty of room to run. And what they're hoping is he gets the ball in his hands and he gets turned upfield and you can't stop him.
That is the key, no doubt about it. And rain still coming down, and the officials still now I think they're about ready to let him. No, the quarterback's going over to talk to, again, their head coach, Dusty Robinson.
Yeah, I think it had to do with the down markers. They were dealing with something over there, and I'm not real sure what the controversy was, but it's first down now anyway.
Now, and by the way, I had somebody send me a message and ask, is there a female official on the field tonight? And to answer that question, yes, there is a female official, and I don't want to make that an issue, but yes, there is, and that's something we haven't seen a whole lot of in the past. This time, the Rosman Tigers bring it out to the right side, but again, outstanding coverage over here, cutting it back inside by the defensive front. They just wouldn't let him turn the corner.
Yeah, that was going to be more of a lead option this time, and he really wanted to pitch that ball because he's kind of gimp. You can see right here, it's a full fake. They were going to try to take everybody except the they wanted to block who had the pitch man. He really wanted to pitch that ball, but he was coming into the boundary, and it's tough. It's tough to run the option into the boundary. It really is.
Oh, no doubt. Good coverage. Connor Driver over there again with Nathan Bogdanovich coming up on the stop. Going to bring up a second down now on about 14 from the 25-yard line. Under center is the quarterback, wants to throw.
There's the curl route inside. He didn't have it this time, and laid out of the backfield is the wing back. Yeah.
Yep. It looks like it hit the ground over here at the 35-yard line right in front of the Maroon Devil bench here. And we've got a couple of guys, again, one of those not dressed out tonight, Donovan Groenwald, and we miss him because he's an outstanding player, Coach.
Yeah, he makes big things happen out there, and he flies around the field, and he's got good athletic skills and very smart football-wise. And, yeah, we miss him. We miss him tonight. We got some great kids out there playing as hard as they can, but anytime you're with no more numbers than you got, when you start missing a player, it hurts.
It does. Zach Torres also out tonight. Both those guys on the sideline. Back to throw. Stamey dumps it off to his fullback again out of the backfield. Yes, back to the. The ball
fumble.
popped out. Maroon Devils have it down the sideline.
Don't stop.
Is it going to be a touchdown? There is a signal for touchdown. So again, big turnover.
Yeah, I was afraid he was going to slow down so much he thought maybe it wasn't a fumble, but you run until you hear a whistle blow. Maybe
That's it.
Maybe he thought he heard one, but no, that ball looked like it popped out way before he went down with it when he got hit.
So outstanding play by the defense, returning that for the touchdown, and just that quick. The defense has now really set up 2 scores here in the third quarter.
Yep, and this is going to be tough on Rosman the rest of the way out. Our kids are starting to execute and make things happen on both sides of the ball and with the kicking game.
Oh, no doubt. Gavin Lanning boots it through, and the Maroon Devils are right now in control, 35-8. 6:51 to play in the third quarter. We'll be back after this timeout on the Maroon Devils Network.
Doing a great job across the cheerleaders. This year's flag, coached by Cassie McMahon. Seniors are Kirsten Taney, Ashton Bridges, juniors Chloe Levin, Isabel Levin, and Maggie Randall. Sophomores, Cindy McCoy, Bailey Cochran, Brianna Redpath.
Fans, welcome back. As you can see on your screen, the rain is coming down here again. Kent Maxey down on the field with his camera. Joe Holt upstairs up top. Emma Dingle up there. And we've got the whole crew doing a good job here tonight, Coach. And Maroon Devil football team also doing a good job.
Yeah, that last defensive play, being able to scoop up a fumble and score, that's exceptional.
Here comes another great kick, and again.
Down to the 5. He's getting better and better.
Strong kick from Gavin Lanning. Again, Moretz on the return. He got turned just around. There's Andrew Chavez again. He grabbed him by the jersey and spun him around, and he hit a knee.
Yeah, well, now we got a flag on the play, a late flag after the play, coming in from the side judge, and I'm not real sure what happened.
So I have a feeling it might be against our Maroon Devils as the officials are now talking it over up near the 25, 30-yard line.
Yeah, it was way behind play and then late after the play was over. So generally in that, it's a personal foul or unsportsmanlike or something of that nature when that happens.
You're right. And here's the call, and it is going to be unsportsmanlike against our Maroon Devils on the kickoff. And sometimes it's just what somebody says. And the officials hear it.
Yeah, and it could have been some extracurricular activities. I didn't see it happening, but if they saw it and threw it, then I'll have to take their word for it unless I can see it. Then I can question the call.
At the 31-yard line, Rosman will have the football now, first down and 10. Don't forget, friends, coming up next week, we've got a lot of activities going on. Lady Devils soccer hosting Highlands Monday at 6. Lady Devils softball hosting Murphy Tuesday at 4:30. Maroon Devils soccer team begin the playoffs Tuesday as well against a team to be determined And congratulations to Scott Klein, the coach on the Maroon Devils soccer team. A great season.
Okay, Rosman back in their conventional set.
Yep,
They're able to
quarterback
come with the lead option again, blocking everybody that they can get a hat on, so the quarterback can get upfield. He in that offense, he's as much a running back as anybody else in the backfield.
He really is. Elijah Waddy coming up with a good tackle for the Maroon Devil defense. And again, so much of it, as you mentioned, Coach, is just trying to read where they're going with their misdirection.
Yeah, that's it. And it goes back to fundamental football. Everything they're doing is very fundamental, and with the numbers they've got, they're having to stay that way with the number of players they have. So it's just a narrative. That's the same exact play they just ran. And
first down.
He trying to hang on to the football and get upfield, and he's took a beating already tonight. And
yes, he has. And there's a good tackle again. This time again by Elijah Waddy. They like to run at that right side defensive end on this side.
Yeah, like I said, the way they're blocking that thing is they're making it look as much option as they can.
Right.
But it's totally designed for him to run with that football. When they run a dive play, they give it. I mean, he's going to give it and carry out his fate. But that's it.
Got one man behind him this time, and he turns,
play.
takes the handoff, and here he goes running again. Maybe a yard at the most on that particular carry. Again, good penetration. That's Aiden Allison coming up. He had a big fumble recovery earlier tonight and a big tackle there.
Yeah, and you could see 55 trying to make that block, the load block on the quarterback defender, and he just didn't make it. He couldn't get there, and a great play made from outside in.
Maroon Devils doing a good job as, got guys shaking up a little bit. There's Connor Driver coming off.
Yeah, and got up a little slow, and it was in that pile down there. He could have got twisted up.
And, Coach, as you mentioned, neither team, the Tigers or the Maroon Devils, have enough depth right now to really afford to lose some players.
Yeah,
it's tough.
It is, and you just got these young men get out there and they get dinged up. A lot of them are having to play hurt because of the numbers.
Yeah, and play both ways.
Yeah.
Here comes the quarterback again. Penalty flag comes flying in, and let's see. It's gonna be a first down, but I think it may be coming back.
It's a hold because there again, when they determine how they're going to try to block those linebackers, and they see those linebackers about to make that play, they grab a hold of them. It's going to happen.
Right now, talking about plays, Maroon Devils right now, 20 plays, 150 yards. Rosman, 40 plays, 117 yards in total offense.
Yeah, and Rosman, there's that ball control stat. Rosman with 9 first downs and Swain with 5 first downs. But it's not being this kind of score, like I say, it's not conducive for that type of offense. So
it's really not.
First downs are helping them, but it's not going to win the football game for them.
Yeah. And our defense has had 2 huge plays here in the third quarter.
Exactly. And then penalties like they just had on the hold there is just digs deeper holes for them.
Oh, no doubt. So now second down and about 20 to go. Line of scrimmage this time is going to be just inside the 35-yard line. We got people jumping this time. They jumped on a wide receiver route, but we had an interior lineman jump.
Yeah, and this time they put a different player in motion.
Yep, it's going to be us.
It hadn't been in motion all night long, so I don't know if they were trying to draw us off because their speedback stood perfectly still, and the fullback did, and the only one I've seen them make any progress with is 32 there when he goes in motion. So it's pretty much if the other guy's going in motion, they're not running the speed sweep.
That's it.
For sure.
So, again, our Maroon Devil defense, which, as you mentioned, Coach, if you look at those stats, you'd think Rosman would be ahead with the first downs to their advantage. But you look at the scoreboard, it's the exact opposite.
Yes.
35-8, Maroon Devils in control. Stamey in trouble, sacked in the backfield. One of the few times he's been sacked tonight.
Yeah.
But good penetration up front.
Yeah, great play from the defensive line play, and he may be down for the count. He got his leg rolled up on there when he was being sacked, and he's had a hard time already tonight.
He really has. That was Bryn Jackson coming in, number 60, on the sack from the defensive line, and doing a good job. Now the defense comes over, and they want to talk a little bit while they're working on the quarterback again, Tyler Stamey.
Yeah, and he'll have to go out for a play, so they've got to have somebody. I'm sure somebody else has taken a snap or two for him. probably just run fullback dives. But he's such a big part of their offense, and
yeah, he's going to go out. The
Yeah.
only guy who's taken some snaps pretty much this year, Coach, is 32. Their speed back,
Yeah.
Randy Moretz. Now, they might line him up and try him at quarterback. He walks off, and he looks okay from here, but that's easy to say.
yeah, he may be back, but he's
Yeah.
he's still dinged up from the first half, and we just hope it's not something that's long lasting. It may be an ankle injury,
That's it.
and sometimes that really bothers you. So Rosman's going to take a timeout, I guess, so they can go over and get some snaps to the young man that's going to have to replace the quarterback now.
So while they take a timeout and talk it over, we'll take a timeout as well. Stay with us. We'll be right back here on the Maroon Devils Network.
Congratulations to the Swain High JV, who currently are 3-0. They opened the season against Cherokee with a 36-8 win, then a 54-6 loss over Cherokee. First game was in St. Louis, and then yesterday, Junior Marines topped Rosman 30-1.
Fans,
15.
welcome back as the Rosman Tigers stay on the ground here as they have a new quarterback in there right now carrying the football. And, wow, he gets up. Well, as a matter of fact, he's still not up. He
Yeah.
was injured on that play as he took the snap and ran right.
Well, I think 15 took the snap to begin with and handed it off from a shotgun formation. So I think what they did was hand it to him, and as he came across the top, he was trying. It was a form of sweep to try to come to the edge.
Andrew Stamey was the guy carrying, and he's still shaking up, Coach, as he
Yeah.
goes back to the huddle. And so, wow, their starting quarterback is out, and now the other Stamey, this is Tyler Stamey, the starter. Andrew Stamey is in at quarterback right now.
So they're going to run out of the gun again.
So now fourth down, and they still have about, 15, 16, almost 17 yards to go here. Fourth down and long. Again, congratulations to homecoming queen, senior Jenna Marr. Jeff Marr's daughter got a penalty flag, too much time, a delay of game against the offense here.
Yeah, I think he's doing the smart thing. He's letting time run off the clock. They'll take this penalty right here, and then they'll try to get somebody in to punt it and get the ball upfield as much as they can. He just right now it's a matter of getting time off the clock and getting this thing done. With what's been happening to him, what's going on, and injuries they're sustaining. Yeah. He can't keep running his offense the way he likes to run it because his players are just not up to speed with it right now. They're not healthy enough, so going to have to put somebody back there to punt it and do the best they can with it.
Yeah, right now you look over at the Rosman sideline, Coach. They only have 3 players over there dressed out on the sideline.
Yeah,
everybody else is in street clothes.
Everybody else is either just in the jersey and jeans or and they're on the field. He's just this young man's just gonna try to get a kick upfield of any kind.
And got another penalty flag coming in. And got a motion penalty, illegal procedure against the punt team.
Yeah, somebody moved up front there. I couldn't tell who it was, and it's a bad situation for them. Good for us, but a bad situation for them. They're really struggling trying to, number one, get enough players out there and get them in the right places, and some of them are probably playing in places they've never been before
That's
now.
It. Right, and this is third quarter. It's been just a nightmare for Rosman.
Yeah.
It was 21-8 at halftime. It's now 35-8, and we're going to get the football back. End over end punt, angling toward the sideline. It's going to go out of bounds. No return, and our Maroon Devils will have it. First down and 10 inside Rosman territory.
Yeah, and this is one of those instances or situations right here where there again defensively, Rosman's going to have to try to do the same thing, get players in positions to make plays. Our offense, we cannot be concerned with that as a football team or as a coaching staff. You got to go out there, work on your players' stuff with them, and
do your job.
Yeah, do the things that you know how to do. You're not trying to embarrass anybody. You're not trying to take advantage of a situation. You're going out there and playing football. That's what you practiced all week, and get players in the game that you want to see play, some that maybe haven't had a chance. And but it don't take long with no more players than we got. So we're going to go out of the gun. I say we're going to run a lot of sweep stuff and stuff straight up the field.
Chavez in the backfield, and this time it's going to be Damian running to the right side as he's going to be stopped after a short gain at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, they did a good job of ganging up on us out there to the wide side of the field. Then we gave them more of an option look rather than the quarterback sweep look that time.
So now the rain continues to come down with 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. 35-8, Maroon Devils in the lead. Again, we have really dominated this third quarter. We saw, a pretty competitive football game in the first half, Coach. But again, with two big defensive turnovers here, we have really had our way in the third quarter. Yeah,
Rosman really showed out there early by driving that ball right down the field and taking advantage of the situation.
Damian throwing, going to be too low. Can't get it high enough for Marcus Young over here on the left side right in front of our Maroon Devil bench.
There we go. He's rolling to his left again. He's about, I would say he's a little less than 50% when he rolls to his left. It's real difficult with a wet ball, even at a dry ball, to roll, a right-handed quarterback sprinting out, rolling to his left, and not stopping and trying to throw across your body. You can talk about it all you want to till you've tried it.
That's a tough play.
You'll see how hard it is.
This time Cameron's going to line up high up on the right side. Got Cooper down on the left side, wide. 3rd down and 9. Damian option play. Tosses at the last second. Down to the 45-yard line is going to be Chavez on the carry, short of the first down.
Yeah, he ran just a straight, true dive option. Carried it out to the pitch and pitched it to him on the edge, bringing up 4th down.
So now we hope the folks, I know Kent Maxey down on the field in the rain. We hope Joe and Emma up on top. We got a penalty flag. This is looks like a warning.
Must have been a sideline
warning. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it was them just trying to get players onto the field. Some players off and a new player on over there, and I don't know in this type of situation, this game, if you know the situation Rosman's in, you kind of got to let stuff like that slide a little bit. But they chose not to.
Going to have a timeout here on the field, 1:15 to play. So with a break here, we'll take a break and we'll come back here on the Maroon Devils Network.
Okay.
Fans, welcome back. Maroon Devils now with a 4th down. And let's see, we're going to line up and go for it. 4th down, we need 4. We run straight ahead, and, it's going to be close. From here, it looks like it's going to be short, though, Coach, at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, we ran a little counter double play right there with the out of the gun. A nice-looking play, but I don't believe we got it, and it's give the Rosman the ball back. And one of the reasons I'm sure that Coach Stevenson and Coach McMahon ran that play. There's time left on the clock. There's no sense in trying to do anything crazy. Just run one of your basic plays, work on it, let your players play it as best they can, and then give the ball back to Rosman because there's just no way they're going to come back and get us right now.
That's it. 1:04 to play here in the third quarter. Again, the Rosman Tigers, their quarterback still out of the lineup, as again lining up at quarterback is going to be number 12. Andrew Stamey as the starter.
They brought him back in.
Oh, is he back in?
He's back in, run the pitch.
Yep, he tosses to the left side to Moretz, the fullback. Turns the corner. Penalty flag, though, may bring it back.
Yeah, it's going to be a hold. They were trying to block the contained player out there, and he just kind of reached and grabbed him instead of blocking him.
So now that holding will bring it back. But again, it's good to see Tyler Stamey back in. He's now in with Andrew Stamey, so both the Stameys are in the backfield.
Yeah, you're not going to see him run a whole lot of option now, not the way he's limping around on his leg there. They're going to run the ball as much with 32 the speed back as they can, just like they did right then, and maybe run the fullback. He's hurting a little bit. So you may see him try to throw it upfield real quick in a couple of instances, but they're going to have to depend on that speed back right now to try to get anything upfield, and he's going to be limited as what he can do. Pitch it to him quick off an option or run the speed sweep.
Oh, no doubt. We're probably going to have somebody with in his back pocket on every play.
Yeah.
First down now, long way to go for the Rosman Tigers. They've got to get all the way to the Maroon Devil 47-yard line, actually, for a first down. And they do throw it upfield. It's going to be intercepted at the 42-yard line. Bringing it back is Cooper Hyatt. Cooper down to the 25, still on his feet, down to the 20, down inside the 20-yard line with a nice return and a late penalty flag after the play.
We got 2 flags early over here right after the interception. At the first down marker over here, and then 2 on the tackle. So this is going to be interesting to see how they work this out. But there's 2 flags on the 30 and then 2 flags on the about the 18-yard line.
And some of this might be just a sense of frustration.
It is frustration, and it's probably there was probably some either a personal foul on the first one, or maybe we blocked somebody in the back, and then. That down there is probably a personal foul or an unsportsmanlike on the tackle.
That's it. So the officials are sorting it all out with 44 seconds to play here in the third quarter. 35-8, Maroon Devils in the lead. Don't forget now, next Friday, we're going to be on the road as we take on those Murphy Bulldogs at Murphy. A lot of activities next week. Monday, our Lady Devil soccer team hosts Highlands at 6. Tuesday, softball season gets underway. Lady Devils host Murphy at 4:30 here. Our Maroon Devils will begin playoff activity here in soccer. Then on Wednesday, our Lady Devil soccer team will be hosting Murphy. Then on Friday, our Lady Devil softball team at Cherokee at 4:30, and football on the road at Murphy next Friday at 7:30 over there on the river.
So it is a 7:30 game.
7:30 game
all right.
next Friday.
A little confused the first 2 weeks about the 7 o'clock games, and I had some calls today, folks asking me, was it 7 or 7:30? And I said, I'm pretty sure we talked about that, and it was 7:30 here. And so starting to rain a little bit heavier now.
It is, and some folks are heading for the exits too, as some people brought umbrellas and some didn't. So with the Maroon Devils up 35-8. But Coach, you're right, and some conferences started playing early, like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock on Friday.
Yeah, and you know their reasoning is up to them, and you have that prerogative. You know, for many years here we had 7 o'clock games. You know, early on in the 80s, late 70s, early 80s, and but kind of went along the 7:30 mark with everybody else after a while. So. But I'm still not sure what these flags are all about, and I've not seen anything from an official yet, unless they're all offsetting penalties of some kind.
It looks like it could be offsetting. They're going to spot the ball at the 29, as our Maroon Devils will have it, though, because the flags were after the interception by Cooper.
Okay, so we must have had a penalty because it would be down there to the 18.
Right. So here we go. First down and 10. Maroon Devils with the football. Split backs. And we run to the left side this time. Andrew Chavez trying to move the chain as he carries down to the 26-yard line, a short gain.
Yeah, gave him an outside veer look right there, just a hard dive, and that's all you're going to see out of us. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
I don't think we'll be running another play. That's probably it right there.
So that's going to end the third quarter, 35-8, as we're going to trade into the field. And we'll come back with that final quarter of football here in Smoky Mountain Conference action after we take this time out. Stay with us here on the Maroon Devils Network.
The Smoky Mountain Conference, one of North Carolina's oldest and most storied athletic conferences, producing champions on and off the playing field for decades. The Smoky Mountain Conference. Tradition lives here.
Looking back, some scores around the area. Robbinsville beating Irwin tonight, 35-28. Pisgah and Smoky Mountain are tied at 14, and in a real battle there. I know Smoky Mountain lost to Mitchell. I believe it was last Friday. Of course, we ran into Mitchell a couple of years ago when they were just outstanding. They graduated a lot of folks. Mitchell, by the way, beating Owen tonight, 35-7, the last score there. As we get back to live action here. In the fourth quarter, Coach, the rain is coming down. It's kind of blowing sideways. The temperature is going down, so this feels more like November.
Yeah, now it's starting to come back to us in late football season. Ran outside veer right there, clean block, hit it slick, just like you draw it up.
and again, this is a good opportunity with the Maroon Devils in control to work on some of those things that you want to get better at.
Yeah, and just keep running your schemes. There's same play. Exactly.
Chavez.
Yep, same ball carrier.
First
just
down.
Running the outside veer, not even reading it, just blocking it down, giving the ball to him, letting him hit that C gap as tight as he can to that tight end's down block.
And Chavez coming back to the huddle, limping a little bit as well.
Yeah, he got up a little slow over the play before. That looked like he might have had a cramp.
But again, the field is, as we talked about at the top of the show, is in outstanding condition.
Oh, yeah, it looks great. It looks a whole lot better than I would imagine it would be this time of year. Normally, it still hadn't come back real good yet.
Yeah, normally it's brown, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bermuda grass, outstanding turf. Here comes Chavez again around the left side, around that C gap, and some positive yards.
Yep, same play. Just keep running it and trying to get him some experience back there as a running back. And I'm sure they're just telling Damien, give him the ball. Don't try to read it. We know, we're going to block this thing just like we always block it. Nothing special. And just let him gain some experience of running that veer lane.
That's it. Andrew in there with Damien, both seniors on this squad. 5 seniors on this year's edition of the Maroon Devils. This time we split them out wide, left and right, but we keep running straight ahead, and hopefully we hung on to the football that popped out.
Yeah, at the last second there, I don't know whether he's trying to reach it out after the play or whatever. I couldn't tell, but changed it up on him just a little bit, went with the inside veer then just to try to make it a little different for them, make them try to have to defend at least one play different. Yeah.
So now the Maroon Devils with a third down coming up, third down. And looks like we only need about a yard, just under 10 minutes to play here tonight. Maroon Devils knocking on the door.
Yeah, same formation, same look. Probably going to do basically the same thing. Yep. Outside veer this time. Yep. And
touchdown, Maroon Devils.
Yeah, and it ended up when you run the outside veer, and if people are playing against you hard, they're going to take that dive away. They're not going to let you have that dive play. But and make your quarterback have to work then. But Rosman was unable to do that on that drive, so run the outside veer, 5 times, and then you score.
That's it. Just very simple, basic football.
It is. It's veer football, and we're not going to change that here in the fourth quarter because, and really, there's not a whole lot Rosman can do about it with the personnel they have left.
That's it. Very limited roster, and the kick is up, and it's going to be good. Another good one by Gavin Lanning, and with 9:26 to play, it's now Maroon Devils in control, and looks like we might use a running clock here, Coach.
Well, they should because of the injuries and the situation that Rosman's in over there. It doesn't need to prolong this any longer. Gavin's becoming a weapon.
He is.
He really is. I'm enjoying watching him improve from that first game with this kicking game.
And his kickoffs have really really done well. We got a lot of scores to pass along right now. Let's check some finals. Asheville over West Henderson 24-0. Brevard beat East Henderson 14-0. In the fourth quarter, Hendersonville beating Franklin 27-16. Hendersonville, very good football team. South Caldwell over McDowell 50-0. Murphy over Hayesville 27-6. That's a halftime score. Tuscola over North Henderson 28-25, a final. Tuscola's first win this year. Mitchell all over Owen 42-14, a final. And a final, Pisgah did beat Smoky Mountain 20-14. So a tough game there. Polk County over Madison, 53-7 a final. Reynolds over Robertson in the fourth quarter, 56-34. Robbinsville again beating Irwin 35-28. And our Maroon Devils now on top, 42-8 in this game here at Swain County Memorial Stadium and Boys Dietz Field. And we get to kick it back to the Rosman Tigers now.
Yeah, and Coach Robinson over there, he's going to let his players play, but the sooner this thing's over for them, the better.
Right.
Especially with the injured players he has right now. And
you don't want to make it worse.
yeah. Oh, Gavin, I'm telling you, I'm so proud of him. He's
doing a good job kicking off. And here comes Moretz, 32, the fullback, and he breaks free. He's in the secondary. Now it's a foot race. We've got some guys after him. And are we going to catch him? No, we're not. He's going to run it all the way back around 90 yards on the return.
But there's a flag down here, and that's unless it was a blatant block in the back, that's the only thing I know it could be, or a hold. Back there in that area. That's right where he broke it from.
Yeah, it's going to come back. It is a hold.
Yep.
Or block in the back.
Block in the back. Yeah,
block in the back.
That on special teams, that happens more times than you can even count because especially young players are out there, and you coach against that all you want to. For some reason, they cannot help themselves but to just hit somebody square in the back. And, used to everything was called a clip. Now it's got to be below the waist before it's that.
Right.
But if you punch him in the back with your hands, or if you bump into him, then it's a block in the back. And young players, man, and even you watch it in college ball, those guys, why they do that, you try, you beg them, you coach them, you go through drills where they don't do it, and somehow you're going to put a player out there, and he's going to block somebody in the back. Yeah. That's all there is to it. He can't help himself.
Yeah, but they know better, right?
Well, yeah, and most of the time, here's where you see it. You see it on kickoff returns, you see it on punt returns, and you see it after an interception.
Right.
When somebody intercepts a ball on a run back, somebody's going to hit somebody in the back. It's
like they get excited and they can't help it.
They get carried away. and you tell them, I always told our kids, if the ball's out in front of you, stop, throw your hands up in the air. Do not run into anybody's back.
Yeah, because that just cost Rosman a touchdown.
Yeah, there it is. And I mean, meanwhile, they got to give that young man time to catch his breath because he just ran the length of the field.
He did. And he was running all out because we had some fast guys after him and couldn't track him down.
Yeah, we started the speed sweep right there and mishandled the snap. They're dependent on 32 to carry the ball, and they were going to try to run the sweep again and mishandle the snap.
And again, playing now on wet grass with a wet football as the rain has been coming down pretty steady. You can see it on your TV screen if you're watching here tonight. If you're just listening in, the rain has been pretty steady for the last several minutes.
Yes, it seems like it's coming down a little harder right now than it has the whole game. But we'll see what Rosman can do with this series because going to try to line up in the gun this time and maybe run that the sweep over the top there. There it is, to 32 again.
Yep, he's the guy.
Yeah, he's about the only one that's got legs under him left to carry the football. Everybody else is dinged up so bad that they don't need to be running it.
That's it. Sam Bernheiser coming in on the tackle, and got to take hats off to our defense. I know last week was a tough week for them with Andrews running that football, just pounding, play after play. But our defense has played well tonight.
Yeah, and it wasn't that we stunk over there.
Right.
Andrews had a whole lot to do with that.
Oh, yeah.
And
Credit to them.
They absolutely came after us, and our players were fighting back. And we had some big defensive plays, but they had a little too much.
Yeah, that was a physical game.
Yeah, here's the sweep to the other side now.
Yeah, here comes Moretz again as he's tackled out here at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, he's gonna be worn out when this ball game's over because, like I said, he's unless they drop back there again and do a quick pass like they did a few minutes ago, just to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands as quickly as they can because he's in no shape to run like he did in the first half and hurt us.
And Austin Jenkins ran almost all the way across the
Across
field
the
over here
field.
to try to help get him out of bounds. So
Yep.
number 8, Austin, in there getting some playing time with 4 minutes to play now. So now now we're down to 1 camera with the rain coming down. You don't want to keep those high-dollar cameras out there in the weather, I'm sure, Coach. Those they're not cheap.
Yeah, and Kent didn't want to stand out there in the rain either. So there. Yeah, no, I don't blame him.
That's
yeah.
it. It's
But no,
that's
the
a hard
camera.
job.
Yeah, those cameras. It don't take much moisture, and all of a sudden, poof.
No,
yeah.
electronics and water don't mix.
Never have. In my experience, they never have.
If you don't believe me, try dropping your cell phone into the bathtub when it's full of water and see how that goes. It's not recommended. As now we look at some of the stats here, our Maroon Devils here offensively tonight. Good night here overall, 30 plays, 188 yards. Rosman, 46 plays, 113 yards on the night. Some of the defensive stats here tonight. Good job, Bryn Jackson tonight with 7 tackles he was in on. Andrew Chavez, 8 tackles, 8 for Aiden Allison, 6 for Damian Lossy, 10 double-figure tackles for Eli Waddy. And, we've talked about some of these guys. Bogdanovich has been in on at least 6 tackles tonight. He's had a busy, busy night here. But, again, defensively, our Maroon Devils doing a nice job holding Rosman to a total of 113 yards so far.
Yeah, and then the all-out effort all around. When you're spreading tackles out like that, it means a lot.
It does, and we've had a lot of guys in on a lot of tackles, and this time Moretz carries this time. Well, he knocks down everybody on the Rosman sideline over there getting out of bounds.
Yeah, if some of them players weren't hurt, they are now.
They are
because
now.
And there again, Moretz, they're giving him the ball, and he's trying to get it to him to the wide side of the field, and we're playing a lot of chase with him, and he's doing a great job just getting the ball upfield. He's still playing, man.
Playing really
he's
hard.
Playing real hard.
And you can see everybody run for cover over there.
Yeah.
Players going everywhere in tables and equipment, but hey, players are going to play.
They're going to play, and it's great that they're still out there playing as hard as they are.
That's it. Doing a good job, finishing strong, and in a game like this, that's all you can do. Oh, we got a loose football in the backfield. Maroon Devils are on it. We have a penalty flag over here from the side judge. We'll see what this is about, but there was a loose football.
It's going to be a motion penalty on them, and we'll decline it, and it should be our football right there. And with the clock running, we may have to take a knee one time, and that'll be it.
That was Braylon Aldridge getting on the football. I got his number right and his name right this time. Braylon Aldridge.
It was him.
On the fumble recovery.
Well, good, Gary. I'm so glad we finally got that right.
That's it. Give the man some credit here.
You know, it's amazing what a man can do with a real roster. It really is. When you get a real roster, the things that you can do. Because it's real hard. You can't see their faces.
That's it.
And a lot of them are built a whole lot alike. So it's from up here, it's just hard to do.
That's it. I'm glad we got Braylon with the right number on the right play.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. But, hey, our kid's doing a good job. 2 minutes to play, as it looks like we're going to have a timeout on the field. And would like to remind you, a lot of playing coming up next week. Again, soccer coming up on Monday. Our Lady Devils hosting Highlands at 6. Softball season starting Tuesday. Lady Devils hosting Murphy at 4:30. And our Maroon Devils soccer team will begin the playoffs Tuesday. Wednesday, Lady Devils soccer team again hosting Murphy. On Friday, Lady Devils softball at Cherokee at 4:30. And 1 week from today, again, our Maroon Devil football team over at Murphy to take on those ugly dogs, and we got to listen to J.R. Carroll.
Well, yeah.
That's a sad night.
Don't get me started. Okay. All right. That's all I'm going to say.
Bob Thomas is zero.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
That's enough, Mr. Thomas. That's enough.
Oh, boy.
All right, we got the clock running, and I think what's right now waiting to take a snap and continue to let the play clock run and the game clock both.
That's it.
But
That's it. And we don't want to get more players hurt because, again, both teams limited rosters, already injuries with players not able to play tonight. Don't want to make a tough situation worse.
Yeah, and, we did a great job offensively. I think we averaged about 6 yards of play every play tonight, and that's a great average.
That's
it really
a good stat.
is, yeah.
And looking at some of the individual numbers here, looks like for the Maroon Devils, Gabe Lillard had 3 carries, 18 yards. Damian Lossey, 11 carries, 75 yards, almost 7 yards a carry. 4 touchdowns for Damian. Looks like Carson Taylor, 4 carries, 15 yards. Andrew Chavez, 6 carries, 29 yards. So, again, good job offensively. Damian, 3 of 6 passing for 51 yards. And just a really, really nice job. Cooper Hyatt, 1 catch, 33 yards. Cameron had 1 catch for 9 yards, our first catch of the night. Good to see him back out there playing.
Yeah, it was great to see him, and glad that knee's feeling better, and he'll have a chance to get out here and finish off the season with his teammates where he wanted to be.
That's it. And that's going to be the final play of the game, fans, as both players head for the sidelines. The clock is running out, and our final score tonight is going to be Maroon Devils 42-8 over Rosman. And Coach, next Friday, going to be a different story. Those dogs are tough, as we know.
They are, and like I said earlier, that right now there's no question that Robbinsville and Murphy are the class of the conference right now as far as the 2 better teams. However, any given Friday night, and that's what you're shooting for. There's nothing better than to be an underdog and be able to go into a place and try to take advantage of somebody.
Absolutely, and I'm sure our coaches are going to be talking about this week. We hope a couple of those guys. I know we talked about Donovan Groenwald. We hope he's able to play next week. Of course, he's in that concussion protocol. Also, I believe Zach Torres not able to play tonight. So hopefully these guys. Now we see 65 Connor Driver on crutches out there. We hope all these kids are ready to play next Friday.
Yeah, it'd be great to see us back to full speed. I hope that Connor's not tore up too bad. I hope nothing. It seems like they got an air cast or something on his knee. So maybe it's just something that he can get over this week and be back out there to help us.
Oh, no doubt. Fans, that's going to wrap it up. Join us again next Friday. Also, we're going to be having some broadcasting, some other sports next week, so be sure and keep those games in mind. I know, for example, we're going to be bringing you Lady Devils softball Tuesday at 4:30. Don't forget, our Lady Devils soccer team will be hosting Highlands on Monday. So a lot of games next week, and we hope to be there. So join us here on the Maroon Devils
Alma
Network.
Mater. As the cast greatly improves with the cheerleaders. Swain High.